Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yes, this is
Oh,
Oh no at
no.
Proficiency Bonus as
Oh,
we're
no.
discussing tonight's episode. Welcome, friends, to episode 72 of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for this evening. We are so glad that you're tuning in with us. I'm going to throw a quick couple of shout outs and thank yous to Twitch, Streamlabs, Many Sided Dice, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, Team MZ for all of their support. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel as we continue to dive back into some more Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition for all of you tonight. So if you haven't got a chance to follow us, make sure you hit that follow button above. If you'd like to subscribe, you can support the channel in that way with that subscribe button above. If you have a Twitch, if you're Amazon Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe to a channel each month for free using your Twitch Prime account. Don't forget, you can check out all our previous episodes of Storm King's Thunder and all of our other streaming content on our YouTube channel. If you just search Proficiency Bonus on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and you can check out all our previous episodes. One quick announcement that I wanted to make before we get the rest of the group out here and ready to go for tonight. We have, all this month of April, we are donating all of the bits that we receive to autism awareness. So we have a wonderful foundation out of New Jersey called the Zephyr Foundation, and all of their we're supporting their research and their funds towards autism, yeah, so all your bits, all your cheers goes directly to charity this month. So I encourage you, cheer for our players, cheer for the channel, and all that goes to a good cause. So we thank you so much. I think we've raised over 2,000 some bits at this point this month. So that's really good. Keep them coming, guys. We do appreciate that. Well, I guess that's an awful lot to say, but I'm going to go ahead and get everybody else on the screen here so everybody can see. Everybody, there you are. I think, there we go, everybody. Oh, we don't have Sarah tonight. Sarah wasn't feeling very well this evening, so she's taking tonight off. So we will be running Ashlyn on RP Light tonight. So Sarah, if you're watching, we hope you're feeling better, and we will see you next time. Quick recap for you guys last time. You finished watching the fight with Lachlan the Cobra and Ashlyn within the Bloody Fists. They were victorious and able to defeat their opponents, earning the award of the massive aquamarine gem that I believe is now in Lachlan's possession. They were invited the very next night to compete in the championship match, which you guys, Molfin and Lachlan, were able to watch a little bit of that. I guess it'd be, is it a semifinal? Is that what they call it? Semifinals before the finals?
Probably.
Like it's
Yeah,
not the quarter.
we were in the
You were in
semifinals.
the semifinals. And you saw this monk that was able to just annihilate this terrible person named the Creature in combat. Didn't even really care so much about the reward. Was just a little bit disappointed that Ashlyn wasn't there to witness it. You guys, the next day, made sure that preparations were made for Anastazius' funeral. It went by gloriously. They had a wonderful procession. Trumpets blared these heroic sounds and music as the casket of Anastazius was brought into the city of the dead within Waterdeep to be buried in the Hall of Heroes, a great mausoleum where the heroes of the dead of Waterdeep all are laid to rest. Callista gave a wonderful eulogy. At the end, Molfin noticed that there were some snooty nobles in the back who were just shooting weird and awkward, dirty looks towards Callista. He approached them. Long story short, they said some things Molfin didn't like. Ashlyn overheard them and kicked one in the face.
It was probably the best thing that could have happened to him, because if Molfin had got a hold of him, it would have been a whole different story.
Yeah.
At that point, things started to get out of hand. People started screaming, running. The city guard was called. Guard was running crazy. Molfin summoned a wraith, and then the guard had to concentrate on dealing with the wraith. It turned into mass chaos at the end of Anastazius' funeral. And that is where we ended the episode. As this chaos sort of came to an end after the Wraith put a few of the guard down.
The very poetic way of Anastasius' life in a nutshell. All of that was just him encapsulated.
It was wild. It was crazy, and it was entertaining.
It was great.
I enjoyed it. so we go to episode 72, ladies and gentlemen, and so the story is told. Adventurers, I think you guys are split up. I think that several of you went with Riled, because he invited you back to those who were seeking refuge back to Skullport to hang out and hide. And some of you were seeking other things in Waterdeep. I know for a
I went with Callista.
Everybody can go ahead and make an insight check to start off the night for me.
Lit.
Oh no.
Nervous. A little bit nervous. Pull up my character sheet.
Well, I can tell, Lachlan, because of your experience in the city too, you know if the guard got a good look at Ashlyn or Molfin or anybody, pretty much anybody but Molfin really can pick up on this. It's kind of obvious just from your... Molfin probably didn't grow up in a big city like this, so he probably doesn't have a lot of experience with a city guard of this nature. But if they got a hint of your description, and they're going to be... And Lachlan, you know for sure. Diana, you probably know this from your experience with the hospice, the people around the hospice. Callista, you've had experience here before. You know the guard's going to be looking especially for Ashlyn. And those nobles got a really good look at her.
Yeah. She's not going to be setting foot in Waterdeep for decades. Good thing elves live a long time, you know?
Wow, that's the takeaway we get from this episode. That's the lesson here. Be a long-lived race and you're fine. You can do anything you want.
Gotta wait till that generation of humans dies. You know?
Yeah.
So the party.
You're gonna get banned from the city.
So I leave this in your hands, folks. What would you like to do?
I think a few of us are going back into town, right?
I think everyone was heading back into town except for Molfin and Ashlyn.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question: how would the party have told Molfin and Ashlyn how long they were going to be in town?
I would assume with the chaos,
so.
You guys probably would have made some quick, hasty plans. I mean, they'd have to be very quick because you guys are almost using the chaos of the moment as camouflage to move amongst the crowds and get out of there.
No, my question is, does Molfin know how long it'll be before they're back?
I would have been very clear about what I'm doing in the city. I'm just going to get an eye.
Yeah, it'd be like a couple hours tops, I think, for Callista. She would do an hour with Sildar and then an hour at the bar where she promised to go. And then come back.
Okay.
And I'm just following around Callista.
Okay.
And Molfin's following Ryle down to Skullport to see a man about a horse.
Okay. So you guys are traveling through the caves. Ashlyn is following with you, Molfin, as you guys are making your way. It's a pretty rough trip. It's not cramped at all means, because obviously Ryle, a Drider, can get through, and he's much bigger than you guys. But it's definitely not one that was, it's not an easy path to take. But you find out, you're going through spider webs and different kinds of things. You're making your way, traveling that way. It's going to take a little bit of time. Lachlan, we'll start with you. Where are you headed?
Uh-oh. Going to get an eyeball.
Okay, so you're headed back to...
Going to see a man about an eyeball.
Now, did he send you to a place, or did he just say that it would be there for you to pick up? I can't remember what we said.
Yeah, I don't recall getting a name of a place, so I think I'd be heading back toward his lair.
Okay. So you head back down to the alleyway beside B4's flowers.
Yeah.
You notice that on your way, there is definitely a lot more guard activity around the city now.
Yeah.
You see more squads working together. They're almost like almost at a not running or sprinting by any means, but you see them. Their gait has been picked up as they're moving along, and they're definitely looking for someone.
I'm playing it real cool. No armor, no weapons. You know, I'm just a little gnome. I'm a nobody.
Okay,
you know?
nice. So you're playing it cool, making your way, and you easily go back to the entrance of B4's flowers.
Yeah.
You make your way down into the hidden, almost like a staircase that leads you down into this place. Yeah. You can see the kobolds are still there, all in their kobold glory, as they just are sitting there bickering and fighting. Some of them are wearing different outfits and things like that they have for. And it's odd because they are so used to doing these funerals with Aldok that they have several different, just dressers full of different clothes that they put on whenever they go into these different costumes that they wear. And you make your way into... before you make it to Aldok's chamber, you actually see the Cyclops, the one-eyed massive creature that barely fits in this room to your right.
Yeah.
And as he catches a glimpse of you, he calls over to you. Hey, you.
Yeah, Chief.
The boss has a pickup. And he just points over to the corner to the right of the room, where there is a wooden chest, rather large, that looks like it's been even painted red, like it's got this red sheen to it.
Head over. Mind if I take a look inside?
Make it quick. And as you open it up, it's covered with this. It smells in your face. You're covered with paint.
No!
As you open it up, there is a light, almost like silk rag or towel over the top. And as you brush that silk to the side, you can see a beautiful, what looks to be maybe basketball-shaped glass eye sitting comfortably in this padded velvet inside the chest.
Beautiful.
And then as you're looking you recognize the chest. It was one your dad was working on.
Pops. This is some good craftsmanship.
He crafted this, and he must have just put the finishing touches on it just in time.
The old man's getting even better. Wow, look at the hinge work on this. I'm definitely taking the...
You hear over your shoulder, "You done?"
Oh, well, yeah, of course. How heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy, especially for you. It's mainly the weight of the actual wooden chest that's the heavy part. The glass eye was really light.
Yeah.
Hey, easy with that. Be careful.
Got it under control.
Then all of a sudden you hear.
Hey,
you hear. You get showered with some of this nastiness from the Cyclops. He gets out this nasty looking rag and he puts it up to his face and goes, "Sorry."
Oh,
allergies.
No problem. Yeah, it's that season, isn't it?
He gives you an awful glare. Allergic to gnomes.
Oh, you need one of these? I point at the chest.
He points to the
Shoot
door.
him
He's like, "Now get out."
I was on my way already. Oh, I'm running. No! Oh! I just got that shirt washed. And then I guess I'm gonna try to get the chest if there's even any room in the bag of holding.
How much is in the bag of holding at this point?
It's awfully crowded. It's
Here's the thing: the bag of holding has been unloaded and reloaded so many times because we took out all the dragon parts.
Oh yeah, you guys did have all the dragon
That's
parts
true.
in there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you probably had
true.
plenty of room for this chest. So yeah, you're
All
able.
right.
It's hard to get in the opening, but once it fits in there, it goes right into the bag.
Yeah. Cool. Then I'm gonna go try to see if I can find Callista and Diana.
Yeah, and as you're leaving, you see all these papers laying all around. That same familiar, it's that wanted poster, basically, that call out to the
Oh no!
about Sarvin. That brings back those memories. You remember the plan that he has, maybe trying to use Sarvin to help destroy Xanathar.
Xanathar. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta find Brock too.
Yeah, Brock was probably at the funeral and kind of made his way scattering with everybody else, so...
Yeah, I guess I'm probably looking for him first, and if I find him, I'm gonna try to join up with the others.
Okay, so you head back out of the Aldoc's lair, and you're making your way through the city. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Right now, we're going with Callista and Diana, who are traveling together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think, Callista, that we should like grab our griffins? I mean, I don't know where you're going, but like, do we have them? This is a dumb question to ask in character. Do we have them? Where's my son? I think I forgot him in the car.
No, you're probably right. I think that I probably would have left them at the Griffin place just because it would be too much work to keep an eye on them while I'm doing the eulogy and stuff.
Yeah.
So they would still be at the Griffin Cavalry's stables, which we could go get them if you want to get them first.
Okay, I'll go fetch them.
Okay.
Right, so Diana's headed her way towards the training facility for the Griffins. Wow, Callista, you said you wanted to look for Sildar?
Yeah, the one that was associated with Anna.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check. During the chaos, you're not really sure in which direction Sildar went or where he was staying or where he was going. You don't really have much of a lead on where he is.
Okay. I'll go to the hospice. The guy that was helping me organize, I'd assume he would know how to contact him since he was in contact with him for the organization of everything.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way to the hospice and make your way to Jidek. He looks a little flustered and he starts apologizing to you immediately as soon as you walk up. I'm so sorry about what happened at the end there. It was going really so well, almost exactly the way that we had it drawn out. I don't know.
To be honest, that's not how Anna lived. Nothing was ever fully planned out. This kind of happened the way I expected it to, and almost better even. So it's good. Don't worry about it.
I just know that the guards stormed in, and I couldn't really see what was going on back there too much, but from what I could hear, there was some sort of fight, nobles involved, and that's never good.
Yeah, they usually cause problems when it's not needed.
He just smirks a little bit. How can I help you, Callista?
I was actually trying to get in contact with Sildar Hallwinter. Is that the name?
No, that's Sildar. Last I heard, he was staying at the Yawning Portal.
Awesome. All right, I will go seek him there. If Diana or Lachlan come by, let them know that's where I've headed.
Okay, we'll do. And he just
Thank you.
gives you a little head nod, bow, and goes about his business.
I'm going to actually give him 94 gold as like a tip
90
for everything.
94?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He
94
looks
gold.
at you. He's like, Callista, I cannot accept this for personal funds. We could make.
But you can.
We could make it a donation to the Temple of Elmader.
Whatever makes you happy, it's for you, but you use it how you want to use it. That's not how I'm intending it. You've helped me tremendously with everything here, so.
Okay.
What's he rolling?
To see if he's gonna take it.
Yeah, he's
To find out how much he skims
half,
before he
give
how
half.
much is he skimming before he gives it to the temple?
You know,
he looks at
Callista
it.
says that, like, you can take half,
he-
like, if
he's looking at it and he's like, it really was stressful and it really was a lot of work with such a
Right?
short amount of time. I think I might be able to
Exactly.
take a small percentage and donate the bulk of the rest.
whatever makes you happy.
I don't think Elmader would look bad upon me.
Not at all. If I travel with Diana, I think he'll forgive you.
Insane, you know.
He smiles gratefully, bows again, and walks off, heading towards deeper into.
And I go to the yawning portal.
Yeah, to the yawning portal. All right,
Yeah.
Diana, you are successfully able to pick up the griffins. They
Awesome.
they're brought back out to you. They're much bigger than they were when you guys.
Aw.
I mean, they're growing pretty fast now. They're getting to a point where they're fully got feathers. They're fully feathered. Diana, yours has the brown feathers basically all filled in. Callista's has a little bit more of the white feather look, like a bald eagle on hers. Diana, you were the one who got the you guys, were they both male? One was male, one was female. I can't remember.
Hers is male, mine's female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's strange. Callista's yours has more of the white feathers on the face, but is a little smaller in stature. Like it's more small and sleek. Where Diana's looks a little bit more built, a little bit more muscular.
He's chunky.
And I think yours was a lot more active and mine was a lot more shy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, skittish.
Mine was all outgoing.
Yeah.
The one kind of gives you some information that as Diana, especially yours, as it starts to get older, it seems to have a little bit of a short temper.
That's Calista.
So
We just swapped them.
so he informs you that you just need to be careful with that. That when you
I would be a trauma.
when you get more time and get more training, it may take a little bit more of an aggressive trainer to be able to handle this particular griffin.
Okay. Gotta be a stern mother.
You gotta be
You
confident.
gotta be confident. That's right. And Callista has a lot of that insight from some of her training too. Callista, you actually, because you went and you trained with them for a whole day, you actually have
I think it was 2 full days.
2 full days. You can actually
Yep.
give yours some simple commands,
Oh,
and it will
cool.
follow your commands. And technically right now they both can roll initiative in initiative order. And I think I may have put a character sheet that you guys both have access to. I think it might say Baby Griffin or Young
Young Griffin! Yes!
Now, they are still young, so they're still pretty
Ooh,
weak.
they're so
They're
squishy!
squishy. But if they are in combat with you and you want them to roll initiative and enter the fray, they can now. Now, Diana can't give hers any commands. It'll just act as it will.
Okay, we'll work on that. Mind the what's the word? Not a wild card. Something similar. Loose cannon.
There you go.
Now, basically, Callista, what you earn the right to do with your training is you can give it some of the basic action commands in combat. For example, like help, attack, flee are 3 commands that you can give to it. I'm still working on a 4th one, but there will be 4 commands that you will have. I'm trying.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
had another one that I was thinking of, but it's kind of the same thing as one of the other ones, so I've got to put that. I've got to put that together for you. But that's what I've got so far.
Sounds awesome. Makes me happy.
I found my notebook.
Worth the money.
Is it? So Callista's on her way to the yawning portal. Lachlan, you eventually find Brock. It takes you a little while, but Brock wanders the streets around your parents' house.
Oh.
That's where you end up running into him. He's kind of hoping that you'll return back there, possibly to, you know, just talk to them or say goodbye or something like that before you head on to your next quest or adventure. And you run into him on the street. He's like, oh man, that got crazy.
Yeah, streets are pretty hot. We should not linger out here too long.
I agree. Yeah, the guard is everywhere. Who are they looking
You
for?
seen Diana or Callista anywhere? Oh, we'll explain that part later.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's keep it down. I haven't seen Diana and Callista. No, I haven't.
Okay.
What's the plan?
I would have told you we were going to the hospice, Lachlan, by the way.
Maybe we go to the hospice, see if they're there.
All right, yeah, we can go there. That's fine.
Cool.
So what's the plan? Did you think about anything about going forward? Did you want me to do something special? I mean,
Yeah, I think I have a special mission for you, but I want to talk to the whole team. I think we need a family meeting. You know,
family meeting.
make sure that everybody's on board. I don't want to be acting unilaterally here. You know, Brock.
Oh, he's growing up. Ow.
That's kind of a big word.
Oh, yeah. I've been learning from Gramps. I'm turning into quite the intellectual.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, just lead on. Oh, let's get back. And
Let's
you
do
guys
it.
make your way headed back towards the hospice. You actually pass Callista on the road.
I walk right by for a second and then back. Whoa!
Hi.
We were looking for you.
Okay, well, I'm heading to the yawning portal. Do you guys want to come along, or you guys can head out?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're coming with
so
me?
we're going to the yawning portal now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Brock's like,
Silly me.
hey, I could go for a beverage.
Yeah, or two. Yeah.
All right.
So you guys make your way to the yawning portal. Hustle and bustle. Little bit after lunch. A lot of people celebrating Anastazius in here right now. It seems like the after parties are going on strong, even at the yawning portal. And you guys make your way into the yawning portal. Go ahead and make perception checks, both of you, as you enter the yawning portal.
There's 73 guards all looking.
Yeah.
There are
Cops
guards.
everywhere.
There are guards present. A few of them. Callista, you're the first to spot, but you guys both spot Sildar. He's just sitting in a booth having a drink.
I fixed Brock's collar.
Fix Brock's
I'll go and sit down beside him.
You make your way. You sit back down, sitting down next to Sildar. Oh, well, hey, how's it go?
Hi. Not bad.
Things got pretty chaotic there at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, they did.
He just takes another sip of his ale, and he's still adorned in his same attire that he was wearing at the funeral. He hasn't even bothered to. I don't even think he's bothered to make his way to his room to change his clothes. He just came in and grabbed a drink and sat down, calming down after all the commotion. You know, I've heard of undead coming back to life in the City of the Dead often, but that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, very. I think Anna would have enjoyed the show, though.
Part of me thinks so too. Yeah. Can I get you a drink?
Sure.
All right. And you see, he waves over one of the waitresses, and like, he looks over at Lachlan and Brock sitting across. I guess I better get you two one as well, huh?
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sure. He points. He holds three up, and eventually, you guys are brought a tankard of ale, sitting out in front of you, paid for by Sildar.
Gildar, I'm curious. How exactly did you meet Anna anyway? How did that whole relationship start? You never really got into it with me. I'm curious.
I met Anastazius a good while ago. A group of adventurers helped save my life one time. And although Anastazius wasn't part of that group, I ran into Anastazius as I was recovering at a nearby inn in this small town of Phandalin. He was pretty amazing. He's a pretty. He did. You know, like most people that he does. You know, he woos just about everybody over. But
eventually wears you down. Yeah.
When I saw his power, when I saw what he could do, I approached him and asked him if he'd be interested in joining our cause. He seemed to be pretty well up to it, and we gave him several missions, and he was successful in each one.
This might be vain to ask, but I need to know, did he ever mention me or ask how to find me?
He did mention you. It wasn't until later on when he told us what had happened. He informed us of what you'd went through, and
oh, great.
He also told me that if anything had happened to him, that he would want the Lord's Alliance to look after you.
Aww.
To keep an eye on you. To make sure that you were taken care of. Anastazius was always one step ahead of everyone.
Ain't that the truth? Then can I ask a favor? I know I'm not part of the Lord's Alliance, and I kind of show that I'm with the Emerald Enclave.
The Enclave is a very noble faction.
They align with me, yes. But I do have this, and I pull out Anna's alliance pin.
Okay.
I was hoping if I could keep it. I know I won't wear it, but it's just something I don't want to let go.
As you're holding it out in the palm of your hand, he takes your hand and just closes your hand around the pin. And he's just holding around your closed hand with the pin inside. He's like, "It's yours." Now.
Thank you. Well, that's mostly all I wanted. Might be crossing the line, Lachlan.
Can I get stealth of mouth check?
Yeah, because I have a passive of like 18, Lachlan.
Oh, she almost certainly heard it.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm sure Callista probably heard that.
I just give you the Callista look.
Sink under the table.
Sildar looks back towards you, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to pause this because my cat is trying to dig under my door again.
Okay.
The raptors have learned how to open
He was
doors.
distracted. I'm like, what's going on that end?
We were just talking about this before the stream about our cats and their habits.
Oh,
Goodness
jeez.
gracious,
That's why we
cat.
here at Proficiency Bonus are dog people.
That's
Hey!
I have a dog too, and I had to text my wife earlier
But it's always the
because
cat that
she had
interrupt the stream.
the dog was in the kennel in the next room going burp every like 3 seconds, and I guarantee you the microphones can pick it up. It's like so you'll be hearing me.
I didn't hear
You'll
it.
be hearing me give the recap on the VOD, and you'll hear in the background. Dog
So
child.
naughty.
It's dogs. So I apologize. I couldn't figure out
All
what that
good.
noise was, and I'm like, oh, the cat. Evil cat. So, but Sildar kind of looks at you and he says, Anastazius did a very good thing. We actually had him doing some, well, he's currently doing some covert operations for us, looking after giant activity.
Yeah, he mentioned that a few days before he passed.
Yeah. A lot of the farmsteads in the Desert Valley have been just being crushed, and that was what he was up to.
Where is that on the map?
Near Yartar, where you guys ran into Anastazius.
Okay.
The Desert Valley is basically the areas between like Tribor and Yartar, where you guys hung out for a good bit of time in the beginning of the campaign.
Isn't that where we were like transferring the zombie guys? Orange peel.
Oh, orange peel.
Yeah, orange.
that-
Yeah, the orange.
that-
The
is
orange
it-
peels were from the Desert Valley. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
I'm pretty
We
sure.
got down there afterwards. We ran into a whole bunch of people selling orange peel watermelons.
Right.
Yeah, in Everland,
I
they
forgot
had
about
a
that.
cart with orange peel watermelons. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Wolfen wasn't allowed to get another orange peel there.
Yeah, no. We put a stop to that. For his, was there any business that he left unfinished specifically?
His main job was to see if he could find the reason for the hill giants going so crazy in the Desert Valley. He had last contacted the Lord's Alliance to let us know that he was getting closer, but he did not.
Sorry.
He was, I guess, unable to finish that task.
I guess we could look into it when we go up north. Is there a way to contact you guys while we're out and about?
Well, we do have several cities that are allied together. Best way to get in touch with us is by finding the appropriate members within the appropriate cities.
Alright. Is there a specific city up north that I should focus on then? I'm not with the Lord's Alliance, so I'm not really familiar with their activities up there.
You, Callista, would know that there are several cities that make up the Lord's Alliance.
I can't remember
I
if we wrote it down or not.
believe Mirabar in the north was one of them, which you guys have. That's where you ran.
Was Mirabar the one that wanted us to join the Lord's Alliance?
At Mirabar.
Someone asked all of us to join, right?
I don't think it was.
And we all said.
I don't think it was the Lord's Alliance. I think it was something else.
Was it?
I can't remember. I think it might have been
I thought
something else.
we were given the opportunity because we saved this. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I thought we saved a city, and they're like, "Oh, join our alliance." But Callista said no because I don't want my name out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
it
all
was-
said
it
no.
was
Diana
in-
was the only one that was wanting to do it. Then we decided not to.
Yeah, it was Yartar. We saved the noble kid, Slime Boy.
Oh.
And then we went into the meeting with the head woman there, and she wanted to give us all badges.
Do we remember what the badges were?
It was Harper's. That was it.
Oh, so you ended up still taking Harper's.
Well,
No, I was already a Harper from prior.
well, Tribor happened before you guys.
No, it's not. It wasn't Tribor.
It wasn't Tribor. It was.
No, because we didn't go to Tribor. It was Yartar. Was it Yartar that has the like noble section up on the hill, in a separate walled section in the city?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So that's where it was. So it was Yartar that we did that, but I was a Harper from back at
Hundlestone is where you got your
Hundlestone.
Right.
just outside of Brinshan.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yartar, you guys had heard that Yartar was not a member of the Lord's Alliance. They were trying to be, but they weren't there yet. They weren't able to be a member. And you guys remember hearing that Everland used to be a member of the Lord's Alliance, but had broken off because of the Lord's Alliance inability to be able to save the city of Sunderbar when the orcs came out of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
They were basically in a tiff about them not sending support to that city.
So the main city that he's suggesting up north is...
Mirabar is the best city probably up north. Silvery Moon is another one that comes up.
Right. We haven't been there, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have never been there.
And what was it called? The what valley?
Desserin?
Desserin.
Desserin? Desserin Valley?
Desarin, I think.
Two.
And that's where Anna was researching, right?
Yeah, and the problem with the Desert Valley is it's pretty big. It's Are you guys? We're still on the Waterdeep map, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I'll take you guys over to the map of the north here,
Wow.
and I'll kind of ping the Desert Valley for you. It's kind of like right where you guys.
Yep.
Right in between. It's pretty much right. The center of it is right in between Yartar and Everlyn and Tribor, and all these places over in this area. So this Desert Valley can be pretty big. Stretches up to these Serban Hills. The Desserin Hills below Yartar there are included. Actually, it goes all the way down almost to Waterdeep.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
It's a lot of land to cover.
It's a lot of land, yeah.
We need an airship.
Yeah. That's definitely something on our to-do list. Let's go back and get it.
You guys good? Can I take you over back to the Waterdeep map?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Gotcha. All right. So basically, conversation seems to simmer down a little bit between you and Sildar. He has a little bit of small talk with all of you. Just to make a long story short, he just simply shares some stories that he knows about Anastazius. Nothing really, like, it almost seems like he wasn't, he knew Anastazius pretty well, but they weren't like, attached at the hip or anything like that. They were friends, probably not the best friends or anything like that, but
I would probably share a couple of my own.
Okay, excellent.
Not the ones of Waterdeep, but
okay, gotcha.
I'm not admitting to anything.
All right. So Mulfin, Ashlyn, all of you end up making it back safely to Skullport. If safely in Skullport, it can be something that's said in the same sentence. But you do make it back. Ryled leads you guys up to his spider chamber that he has at the top of the city, and just invites you to make yourself comfortable until the others arrive.
Well, a quick question for you. just so
Mhm.
the simulacrum has all of Molfin's magical abilities, correct?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Which would include the gnome positioning system that the Allfather installed in Molfin.
Yes. Including that, yes.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what is this?
Do you remember?
Molfin was blessed by the Allfather with a always present GPS location to one of the cloud giants we need to visit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Molfin's gonna take Molfin II and pardon himself from Riled and go looking for the biggest tavern he can find in Skullport.
Okay.
Oh no.
Going on a
He's gonna
recruiting-
die. He's gonna
He's
straight up die.
He's going on
No,
a recruiting spree.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
You find a. I know what he's doing now too. After listening to last night's episode of Mystic
After
Hour.
listening to Mystic Hour, you know what he's doing?
I know exactly
I know what he's doing.
You may have an idea. I don't know if you know the whole thought.
Maybe not the whole thought, but I have a premise
I
idea.
got the premise. You actually make your way back to the Flagon and the Dragon, which was
Okay.
that same place where you guys saw Kalal, the half drow, and she greets you
Yes.
with that same expression. So, what's your poison?
Well, I'm looking to hire about 10 or 15 individuals for, well, suffice to say, an escort task.
10 to 15.
Yes.
I'm sure you could find plenty here in Skullport that would be willing to for a fair amount of coin.
Coin is not the problem, it is reliability, and if they are trustworthy to the task.
She giggles a little bit at that. She's like, trustworthy, dependable in Skullport.
Fair enough.
You may be in the wrong. You may be in the wrong place to recruit such people, but you could risk it.
That are good. Any recommendations?
Well, what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for muscle? Are you looking for brains? Are you looking for, jacks of all
Yes.
trades? What exactly are you looking
Yes.
for?
Primarily muscle, but, one with something upstairs wouldn't be a bad thing.
Okay.
I do enjoy intelligent conversation.
Okay. So just like so I know as a dungeon master what the thought is here. Are you basically recruiting another party to go with Lachlan
Yes.
II?
Or Molfin the
To
second.
Molfin the second, yeah, Molfin the second to the Cloud Giant's floating castle. Is that basically?
No.
Is that what? Okay,
But he is recruiting a second party.
okay,
To escort Molfin II
okay,
to a temple about a week's travel south of Waterdeep.
okay. Sure.
Do we get roll characters and be this other party too?
Oh, it's like Fear the Walking Dead.
And now
I'm
all of a
literally-
sudden, Molfin has spawned a new stream on Proficiency Bonus.
Oh my god. I was saying I wanted to start a new campaign of my own. Is this how you're forcing me to do it? To deal with Molfin 2.0? Oh god.
Well,
Oh
because
my gosh.
the second part, well, Molfin's plan is to hire said individual, go see Taz, have her just bamf them out of there, and then see how the DM deals with it.
Yeah, you can pretty much recruit. There's any kind of shady individual that you can find. You're not seeing too many of people of your stature of arcane knowledge. It seems like a lot of brutes, a lot of pirate types, a lot of thieves. Yeah, a lot of Ashlyn's
So basically, Molfin's gonna get the word out and
make an intelligence check, Molfin.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Not bad.
you do know your time spent around Lachlan, and knowing the Zenturum as a faction.
Oh God!
One of the things they like to do is they like.
I refuse to run a campaign.
They like to. This is part of their business. They like to make money by escorting caravans. They also make good money just being guards to those caravans and things like that. Now, you're probably going to spend more money, but Zenturum are usually pretty dependable when it comes on being people that actually follow through with the task.
Okay.
Whereas if you hire a bunch of goblin pirates or half ogre types, they might just take your money, say they're going to do it, and then just walk out. So you just never know.
Well, they could certainly try. But do I see any Zents jewelry flashed around here?
Make a perception check.
It's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna crit fail this. I'm gonna have to hire Lachlan to find them. Damn close. That's a 2.
You do not, unfortunately.
Oh.
But
Molfin will just tell the bartender to put the word out to anyone she sees, and that he'll be back in a couple of hours to speak with the prospective clientele.
As you say that, she looks at you. She kind of just takes her finger and she kind of gestures for you to move a little closer to her.
I love her.
You know, I might have someone in mind of who you might be looking for.
Okay.
I think
And where would this individual be?
I think he goes by the name of Boskin. Boskin Gorb. He's a tiefling. Down the way, just a little bit. Just down, maybe a couple blocks to the right. There's a place. It's an old feast hall. It looks shut down. It looks broken up. But I've heard it's actually a Zenturum hideout.
Molfin's gonna reach into his pocket and, as stealthily as he can, slip her. Let me see what I got here. Slip her 3 platinum.
Well, thank you. Anything else that you would need to know? She's slowly looking around at everybody else.
Oh, that will be all for now. If we are in need of refreshment later, we will return.
You see her grab a bottle from underneath the bar, and it's that same bottle that you were given. Did Callista give Molfin that bottle before?
I think so.
Okay, so it slides another bottle of that same liquor that you had here before. You've given me so much. Here's another one for the road.
Thank you. Molfin will open it and start drinking it.
Yes. Attaboy.
OG.
You're making your way out.
Yeah, going straight back to Raul, because not even Molfin is crazy enough to walk headfirst into a Zent base without some Zent backup.
Okay, gotcha. So you're gonna go back
waiting for Cobra Commander.
Oh God.
Nice. So
I probably could take Viper with me, but
yeah.
Commander would probably be more impressive.
Diana and Callista, you guys. Diana makes.
I would say like
makes
we
her
could
way-
just fast forward to
Yeah,
it, but
really,
once Diana meets up.
Once you guys have finished that conversation, you guys can all meet up and then decide on where.
Yeah,
what you
well,
wanna do
once
from
she met up with me, I wanted to go back to the other bar where the Anastazius thing was happening. Or no, the fight club.
Oh, the Bloody Fist. Yeah. You make your way.
Yeah, because he said I would get free drinks and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted me to come back and like do more of the fire stuff, and I feel bad. He was also like a fan, so I was like, okay, I'll do it in the sake for Anastasius' sake, just in keeping it at the 24-hour level, basically.
Okay, right.
For the 24 hours, she will embrace all of Anna's quirks and go do that for like 30 minutes, and then take a couple drinks, and then go back with Diana to Spellport.
Okay, yeah, perfect. He's thrilled that you came and were able to do that. He's a little disappointed that you were unable to stay for the evening with the championship bout and everything. But
I know there is no championship bout.
Yeah, you know that. He
I'm
doesn't.
there with Disguise Self on, by the way. I am casting Disguise Self so they don't see me.
Okay. What are you disguised as, Lachlan, as you make your way there?
Just a little halfling woman.
Okay.
Are you Bubbles?
Sure. Sure.
Yes.
I'm hardcore.
Yeah, he's definitely disappointed that you're not going to stay longer, because you definitely brighten up the place with these fire effects and pyrotechnics that he really enjoys, but understands totally that you're got a lot going on, and
Yeah.
you're able to make your way out and head. Someone pinned that thing. And you make your way back. I guess you guys headed back to the hospice, or are you guys going to be making your way?
No, I think we said we would go back to where everybody else was and kind of meet up with
Skullport.
everybody again.
Okay.
Yeah. Skullport.
Okay, so you guys are heading back and going to try to make your way through the caves to Skullport.
I think that's the only way we have, right? We don't know the other ways in.
Okay. As you guys walk in, it looks as if Ryled has thought ahead of you guys, and he actually marked, one of his spiders actually marked a trail for you.
Perfect.
And left like almost like this intertwining rope of webbing that leads its way down underneath Waterdeep. Takes you a little while to get there, but you guys are back in Skullport, in Ryld's little lair with Molfin and Ashlyn, and it seems like Molfin is down to half a bottle of liquor.
Oh, jeez.
Gramps! Been hitting the sauce!
Yeah, I took a bottle of wine to go.
Oh,
It's
sure.
a gift from that woman at the
Here's clink,
bar
clink.
downstairs.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yes, that's the one. Speaking of which, Lachlan, I could use your help visiting a feast hall.
Oh, I like feasts.
These are your sort of people, anyway.
Good looking, charming people. Yeah. That too,
Oh.
yeah. I'm sure Calista would want to go.
Oh, Callista is welcome to if she would care to.
What's the plan here? What are you doing exactly? Why?
I think time has come for me to stop talking with myself.
Okay.
Agent Smith.
But that is, you notice, Molfin the Second sort of walks over a little. It seems I meant to go on a short trip.
With Zentrum?
Well, it would not be suiting for me to travel alone, would it?
Where exactly are you going?
Yeah, was there anybody else you could contract, or?
I attempted to speak with some others down here, but I was warned that they may or may not kill me and just take the money and leave. At least with the Zentrum, from what I hear, they are fairly reliable as guards, and we heard that in Fire Shear from
Dashara.
Dashara.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually use them as guards. If I assume pay them well, they will get me to where I need to go, and
I mean,
Perhaps
Dashara
we'll-
trusted them enough with the Griffins.
Mm.
and both Molfins standing a couple of feet away from each other, both gonna focus for a second on that positioning of that countess, and both point in that direction. And if I merely follow this at that point, we will meet again at the countess's castle on a cloud.
And what are you gonna do when you guys get there? Without us.
No, that will be afterwards. I will hopefully be meeting you there or somewhere on the road there.
All right.
This sounds foolproof.
What do we have to lose?
Well, what exactly are you? Is it just like they're escorting you as like a bodyguard service?
Essentially, yes.
Well, why do we need to separate? Why not just go there together?
Because I need to travel to places that people do not want to go.
What kind of places? Like, what is your devil looking for?
Molfen Prime looks over at the group from a couple of feet away. Well, Diana, you know full well what it is I seek.
And you know full well that is a very ill-fated thing to seek.
Scrolls?
Other things.
Lachlan, I just need to get a hand to aid me in this journey.
Wow. Wow. That's in character. Cliff's just wow.
So I would assume I will have Lachlan assist me speak with these individuals, hire them, and then have Taz send them to their location.
Ooh, I need to see Taz anyway.
As you guys are having this conversation, you do notice that Riled is going over to his table. It seems like he's gathering things up, packing some things into a pack. He's got a rapier, scimitar. He's getting things ready and putting them in sheaths and things like that. As you guys are just having your conversation, he seems to be rummaging around and getting things packed up.
And we all notice this?
Oh yeah, he's not hiding it.
Leaving so soon?
Well, I'm not leaving yet. I'm making plans. I need to stop my brother. The more I wait here...
You're gonna do that
The
alone?
more I wait here, the closer he gets to achieving his goals.
And you're gonna do this alone? Well, with your spiders, but still alone?
Well, I'd ask all of you to come along if you'd like. He's got probably at least a week on me. I don't even know if I'll be even able to catch him in time.
Where is he going again? Where on the map is he going?
He is going to Iron Slag. And if you guys want to, I'll take you over to the map real quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He knows exactly where they're going. He also knows that they're traveling through the Underdark.
Right.
Ooh.
Iron Slag is way up the top right-hand corner of this map. I'm trying to shift ping it.
Past Everland.
It's north of the Silver Marches up here.
Oh, wow.
Well.
But he witnessed them in what they were doing in Gauntlgrim, which was over here. So basically,
So they're traveling between those points.
So traveling between those points via Underdark.
Could we airship it above ground and beat him?
That's what I was thinking.
The wind on our side?
You have access to an airship?
We do. It's up north, right?
It's in Neverwinter.
What's it doing in Neverwinter when you're in Waterdeep?
It's in Neverwinter.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah, we parked it outside of Neverwinter, went to Neverwinter, and then
Right. And then we walked.
As I said, Waterdeep.
Right.
Because no one else was giving me any ideas, so I was like,
Right.
Waterdeep.
No.
Look how that turned out for us.
Should we like send a raven or?
No, I think this is a good idea. If we can get to Neverwinter and get to our ship, we could possibly beat them there.
I mean, I like a good race.
I'm down for a race.
It will definitely be a race, that's for sure. They will travel swiftly, even through the Underdark. But I guess our hope is that perhaps they will run into troubles.
All right. I look at the rest of the group because you can all see clearly on Callista's face she wants to go with him.
Well, here's a optional idea for you. We know Taz has the ability to teleport people from Skullport. If we are concerned about timing, should we not just see if she could send us there?
To Neverwinter.
Well, I was thinking to Ironslag.
Oh.
Why risk
I mean,
the
if
race
if
when we
there's
can
a
just...
portal there, yeah, for sure. A circle there, for sure.
How much
You
money would that
ask.
be?
It doesn't matter. I'm sure we can figure it out.
That's true. We're like rich. No, I'm kidding.
We're like rich.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
We're giving Taz a lot of business. I think we'll get on our good side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Like clutch the bag of holding.
This could work.
We'll just see what she will do. It's...
Right. Let's start there, and if she can't get us started, it's like maybe she can get us right to Neverwinter instead.
Shall we meet there in, say, 30 minutes? It'll give me a few moments to steal Lachlan and have a conversation.
Do you want me to go with you?
It is your choice. I am being upfront with my intent.
Please don't hurt anyone there, Callista.
I know the snakes tend to make you a little uncomfortable, but...
Intentionally.
As long as they don't make a move against either of you, we won't have a problem.
With that, you could almost hear Molfin chuckle lightly.
The nobles did the same thing. They moved first, I finished the fight. That's how it works.
In this case, they spoke first, and Ashlyn finished the fight, but...
Yes. Well, I'm sure you saw that scar, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will run down to our location and meet you at Taz's store in, say, 30 minutes. Should give us plenty of time.
I will go with Molfin and Lachlan to the snakes because I want to give them. I want to be their bodyguard for the moment, and let Brock and Diana and Riled meet us at Taz after 30 minutes.
Okay.
And Ashlyn, yeah.
Okay. Diana, are you going to... You're sticking around too with Callista and everybody?
Did you want to come with us with the snakes, or did you want to stay with Riled and Ashlyn?
Yeah, just...
I will probably stay with Ashlyn because I know that she's got her arachnophobia, so she's probably like,
Oh.
out.
Yeah,
She's good. She's got 30 days. She's not
Yeah,
afraid.
she's got 30 days,
days,
but she thinks she's okay.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Brock should come with us and network.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock will definitely come. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will stick with Ashlyn and Raoul, and I will just... I want to like see if like Raoul's got like embarrassing baby pictures of Callista or something.
Yeah. Right. Unfortunately, no.
Minor illusion of a...
Minor illusion of embarrassing baby pictures.
Dad was never in... Diana, Dad was never in the picture. He was never there. He was literally like my first time meeting him. He might have saw me as like a tiny infant, but I don't even know if he saw that.
So as Diana starts asking these questions, Raoul breaks down and starts sobbing.
Yeah.
And we see a broken dryer when we come back.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was under the impression he ran away when my grandfather found out she was pregnant, and that's why he ran away. So I don't think he's even seen me since.
Oh my god.
He only knows it was me because Anna found him first.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh my god!
GG, Diana, GG.
So we got Molfin, Lachlan, and Brock headed to
And
And-
Callista.
And Callista.
headed to
Headed to the feast hall to go see
Feast
Boston
hall.
Gore.
yeah, you make your way to this place. It is a
I've got the ring on, popped collar. I'm you know.
It's a two-story feast hall, pretty much wooden structure. It looks just covered in dust and beat up. Some of the wood, some of the windows have been just boarded shut. It looks like this place has been unoccupied for quite a number of years. And it does have an old sign that's just, it's not even hanging up anymore, it's just laying down on the side of the building. It says the Keel Hall.
Heel Hall.
So Molfin's just gonna walk up to the door and open it.
Okay.
Hair.
You open the door and it opens with a creak. As you open inside, it's very dark inside, especially at the bottom.
Light my hand.
So you ignite. As
Yep.
you do that, in the far corner of the room, where there's lots of tables and stuff set up, where they would have their kind of like almost like a big dining room cafeteria-esque looking thing as you walk in. The far corner of the room, you see the outline of a tiefling in a robe on the far side of the room, looking towards your location and just, who's there? Who is it?
A potential client seeking to hire your services.
Seeking to hire my services.
Well, your organizations, so to speak.
Are you a member?
One might say I'm related.
Friends and family.
May I? Do you have a ring?
Molfin's gonna reach back and
I
try to
nudged
push
Lachlan.
Lachlan forward.
We all pushed him at the same time.
It's at that point, Lachlan, you see the figure move towards the corner of the room, almost near the boarded up windowsill. Grabs this long stick. And then starts going and making his way closer to you. And you can see his eyes are wide open, but he's just staring straight ahead. As he's moving towards you, it appears that this tiefling is completely blind and can't even see you holding up your ring.
Blind guys can go find an artifact.
You've got tremor
Blind guy's
sense
going
like
to
Toph.
escort.
So as he's moving, he approaches. You can see that he's older, probably for a tiefling. Like a light red flesh to him. Dark horns that seem to curve back around, kind of like a ram's horns. Dark hair. And he approaches with this stick back and forth, and he reaches out towards your hand, Lachlan. Oh, you're much shorter than I expected.
Thanks.
Oh, this is a special Zend ring. Where did you?
You're in the presence. Well, you're in the presence of the commander of the Seven Snakes, my friend.
Oh, Zolkin. I thought you were. Tall.
No. Zolkin is You knew Zolkin?
Zolkin's passed through here once or twice.
I'm like looking back at the other two, like.
Well, he's long gone.
Zulkan has been replaced.
Zolkin. has
Yeah,
been
what-
replaced.
What'd you think of him? What did you think of him?
He was short, like short as in short in personality. Never really said too much. Kept to himself. He hid out here a couple of times. And all of a sudden you see, coming through one of the holes in one of the windows, is some kind of creature that flaps inside through the door, through the window. And then wraps itself around and sits like on his shoulder, and it's one of those flying snakes.
Can I do some sort of insight check when I move my light? Can I see if he's got any other senses? Like, can he see light? Maybe not, like maybe shades of light, or has he got like any sort of perception senses?
You would probably think that he probably has his other senses are probably heightened a little bit, but
his eyes don't seem to react to the light at all. Like there's no pupil dilation at all.
Nothing. Like he looks completely blind.
Okay.
Like there's no motion in his eyes whatsoever. Like he doesn't even really move them. He doesn't look back and forth really with his head to gesture towards any place.
So he doesn't even seem to notice the light.
He doesn't seem to even notice the light. No.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Zulkin is gone, and I'm the Cobra.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Cobra.
It's nice to meet you as well. What was your name?
My name? I can't remember. My
Is
name
it
Boskin?
Boskin Gorb?
Boskin Gorb, that's right. Have you heard of me?
Elbowing.
We're seeking to hire a group of you to escort someone, perhaps via magical means, to Daggerford, and then to the northeast.
Daggerford, and then to the northeast.
Yes.
I do
didn't
have
mention Daggerford.
I do have somebody, an individual upstairs named Townley. He might be up for the task.
What would he? Is it one individual, or does he have a team that he works with?
He has a team. I don't think they're all present here now in Skullport, but I'm sure he maybe gave them a few days to hang out in Waterdeep.
What would the cost of having said individuals escort someone to Daggerford for a day, and then northeast to the Desserin Valley?
You said they would be traveling in magical means?
We are hoping to have them transported to Daggerford. From Daggerford forward, if possible, magical means, but I am not sure what options there will be at Daggerford.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even think I've gotten your name. What is your name?
Molfen. Molfen Greeneast.
Molfen Green. To be honest, Molfen, you would probably need to talk to Townley. I can give you an estimate of what Zentrum guards usually charge, but everyone is different, and every situation is different. The means of travel, the danger that comes along with it, it just depends.
As he's talking, Molfen is now actively scanning, looking for stairs heading up.
Oh yeah, there's stairs. Stairs towards the left back corner of the room. You can see stairs that lead up with Callista's hand lights that she's igniting all across.
Forgive me, then I shall take my leave and go discuss with your comrade if what I am willing to pay will cover.
As you're kind of walking away, Brock looks to Lachlan. He's like, Lachlan, I could probably do that for cheaper. I mean, unless you got other things in mind.
Well, we have a few ideas, but that is interesting, isn't it? Someone we trust on this.
Yes, but would you manage to go by yourself? I mean, just you and Molfen makes me nervous. You guys need a little bit more.
Misty Portal, thank you so much for hosting us. We do appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Misty.
Maybe they could go pick up
was the-
Sarvin along the way.
Why Sarvin?
Huh, I'm worried.
Daggerford?
Yeah, I guess the geography doesn't work
Yeah,
out
that
so well.
doesn't. That's kind of opposite map wise.
Yeah, unrelated conversation. I'm worried that our friend Sarvin's in a little trouble. More on that later.
Oh, great. Okay. We'll think about it, Brock. But I have no problem sending you with Molfen. I just feel like you guys need a little bit more of a wall between you and whatever might come your way.
Okay, I just figured it might be a good option.
No, it's a good idea.
Let's keep it on the list, yeah.
Hey, Brutal T666, thanks for the follow.
Brutal T!
Yeah, so Molfen, you do make your way up the steps, and you can see that there are probably about 3 individuals up here. There's some crude-looking cots set up, some simple wooden chests that seem to be almost like just little lockers that people store equipment in, and you know, just their standard gear. This just looks like kind of like a stopping point, or like a free safe haven for any members of the Zentarum here in Skullport.
Good to know.
You know, it seems like a place where they just go to just take a load off, relax for a minute, maybe get some good food, just take a break. And people think it's a shut down feast hall basically, so it's kind of inconspicuous here in Skullport. Not a lot of people go to it. So
As Molfen hits the top of the stairs, he immediately takes the staff. I'm seeking Townley.
I am he.
Subtle.
What is it that
I
you
was
seek?
I was told to speak with you about a potential, well, guard and delivery task.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking to have one individual escorted via magical means, hopefully, to Daggerford, and then, after a day in Daggerford, to the northeast through the Desserin Valley, perhaps to Everland.
You providing the caravan?
No caravan, a single individual.
Huh. Some kind of noble?
Nope, a gnome.
How? What? A gnome? How
A single gnome.
how many guards are you looking for?
Ideally, he is an older, somewhat frail individual. 3 or 4 would suffice, I assume.
He looks over at the other two. They're sitting around. One's a long, dark-haired female. The other seems to be a younger, probably just barely out of his teenage years, human individual. Spiky kind of blonde hair. And we've got 2 more of us up in Waterdeep, having a little fun celebrating, I guess, the life of some famous bard.
Anastazius.
As I heard, it was quite a spectacle.
I've been down here. I'm not really sure what is all taking place. I think we could do it. Means of travel is we just doing this on foot. We horseback.
My intention is to speak with Taz downstairs and have her convey the first portion of the journey to Daggerford. The gnome will have funds present in order to either pay for magical transport to Everland, or, if that is not an option via Daggerford, to pay for horses and carriage to make the rest of the journey.
He looks at the others, looks back at you, Molfen, and he's like, so this one's gonna take care of all this hypothetical organization that you've got going on.
That is correct. I have full faith in him.
400 gold pieces, not a copper less for each destination.
So, Molfen will go in, pull out 80 platinum. And set it. I'm assuming there's a nightstand or a table, something near where he's sitting.
Oh yeah.
Set it down on the table.
Whew.
And should the endeavor go well, and he obtains what is needed in Daggerford, and you escort him safely to Everland, I will pay you 400 additional platinum.
He looks stunned when you say that. Then
Callista looks stunned.
he looks over at his companions. And he looks at the young man. And he's like, Adrian.
Adrian.
Go get Peyton. Go get Vulcan. Quickly. Now. And you see him hurry to his feet. And he just rushes by all of you and just, you hear his footsteps just tromping. He's running down the steps. And he smiles at the woman who's just strapping on her boots and tightening up her laces. It's like, smiles at her. We've got a job to do. And you have successfully hired
Oh boy.
this group of
Wow.
Zentrum.
And Molfen will even look at him and say, I'm going to speak with Taz to attempt to arrange the travel. And once that is settled, I will have the gnome come to this location to pick you up, so to speak, or wait for your comrades to arrive.
He just smiles and says, perfect. It'll be done. We'll be ready. And he takes the bag that you put down on the nightstand, he opens it up and he's like shuffling through it, and his smile gets even bigger as he sees all this platinum. And you can tell he's excited. And
400 platinum more at the end. Like that's
At
a
the end,
guarantee how to get them to finish the job.
he is going to be a rich Zentrum at the end of this job. And that looks like a perfect time for us to take our break for this evening. We're at 9:40, so we're about halfway through. So we're going to take our break right after Molfen has hired this group of Zentrum to transport and guard his simulacrum Molfen the second, to Daggerford. As he is hiring other parties to travel with other characters and
Molfens.
other Molfens. It's amazing. I want to throw out another quick thank you to, I think it's Cool J Punk for the follow. And also we had the Misty Portal who followed as well. So thank you guys so much for following. Thank you, Misty Portal, for hosting us on your channel. We do appreciate that. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Don't forget that all your bits cheered to the channel this month of April goes to charity, the Zephyr Foundation of Autism Awareness. So
Out in Jersey.
Up in New Jersey. So make sure you guys are actively watching along in chat. Go ahead and throw some cheers our way, and that money will all go to charity this month. We're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break, and we will be right back, so stick with us.
Later, B.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Storm King Thunder, episode 72. Once again, my name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master for the evening. We have just concluded a part where Molfin has recruited a group of Zentaurum to escort his simulacrum Molfin to the town of Daggerford and then back to Everland. He paid them their asking price, which was actually a pretty decent price for how far they're going to have to travel. And he also mentioned that they would receive 400 platinum upon safe arrival at their final destination.
If the task is successful.
If the task is successful. True.
Means they will be helping.
Perfect. So yeah, you successfully have recruited this group. It seems like they're waiting on 2 of their members to return to them, and they actually sent one of their own, Adrian, to hurry them along a bit. Now that they have this lump sum of cash awaiting them, they would like to go as quickly as possible. So, what are you guys up to now as you're hanging out in Skullport here?
To Taz, then.
Taz.
Taz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taz.
And on the way, let's talk Brock a little bit.
Okay, yeah. What would you like to...
So, kind of, looking for opinions in general. That I think Brock's interested in going on a mission, right, Brock?
Oh, yeah. I think I got this. I think I'm ready.
So the question is, what? Like, so, for example, you guys, I filled you in on the whole thing about working for a beholder.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Well,
Their fault, so.
yeah. I think my boss is going to try to find Sarvin, because I think he's going after another beholder, and he wants Sarvin to go and pluck the eye out. This story's been spreading far and wide, and
So he wants the Dragonborn that scarred him to work for him?
Yeah, which scares me a little bit, and I'm wondering if it maybe could go to Fireshare, just tell Sarvin to stay away.
Right.
Because I think him getting mixed up in this isn't going to go well for anyone.
No, and I don't believe that even if Sarvin helps your boss, that your boss is forgiving or fair type.
He's a pretty
I
nice
see him-
beholder, I think.
Yeah, but
Always
let's
been
be
nice to me.
honest. He took out his eye. You really think he's going to let Sarvin live after that?
I share your concern. So that's why one of the things I was thinking is Brock, his first mission here, he could go find Sarvin, just tell him to stay far away from Waterdeep, and then,
Right.
Because I'm worried that Sarvin could easily be lured here. But the idea of adventure and chance to pluck more beholder eyes out. By the way, I'm
Yeah.
still shocked that he actually did that.
Yeah.
I frankly, I thought it was,
No, I think
tale.
we all thought it was just talk.
Yeah,
Another Auckland tale.
Oh! So yeah, that's unless we think there's anything productive that our friend Brock here could go do.
I think I could totally handle, keeping Sarvin away from here. I could handle that, no problem.
But as... Correct me if I'm wrong, Sarvin left before we met Brock, correct?
Yeah, what I'm thinking is if he goes to Fireshare and just starts asking people about the King of the Frozen Far, that he'll show up. That's my suspicion. That it's not hard to find Sarvin.
Molfin's gonna go into his pouch and pull out a small wooden figurine.
I was just thinking that.
Oh.
I was actually just going to pull up my figurine as well.
Okay.
If we give him these, it's a show of trust.
Well, one could hope that Sarvin would not assume he had killed us.
Right.
What, you don't think I could?
I just
I'm
tapped my
scared.
nose. I tapped my nose.
He just
Molfin just
shrinks
leans a
down
little
little bit.
closer.
Brock just smiles kind of jokingly
I
towards...
just ruffle Brock's hair like he's...
he's like... he's just like, "Dude, stop it. It took me all morning to fix that up." And he looks at Molf and he smirks a little bit. He nudges Molf a little bit with a smile on his face. "You gotta sleep sometime."
So do you.
True. Okay, so what's the plan?
So Morphin hands him his figurine. You go to Fireshear. Ask to speak with him and tell him... Oh, what were you calling? The legendary Lachlan, I believe, was what you were going by back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has sent you to him. He will listen.
Okay. What should I do after all this?
Meet us in Everland.
Meet you in Everland. Okay.
Seems to be where we're heading after we're done with our current task.
Callisto was talking about how, I was really part of this group and everything. And I was kind of wondering, all this travel's probably going to cost me some money. Do you guys have any money?
Yes, I was also thinking of maybe getting you someone to hire to bring along with you as well, just so you're not alone.
Oh, Lachlan, weren't you talking about someone named Brantley and Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Maybe I could stop in Neverwinter and pick up Brantley, and
Well,
Brantley could come with me.
We're all going to Neverwinter, hopefully, so...
Still, that's a good staging off. When are we going to...
Well, it depends on what Taz's abilities are.
Yeah.
If Taz can send us to Neverwinter, we'll be leaving for there today.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you come along and leave from there.
Sounds...
You could introduce him to this promptly.
And if absolutely necessary, because I can see Sarvin being the type to want to rush back to Waterdeep. If he's insistent on going south, tell him to go with you to Everland and wait for us.
I would love to see him again.
So Sarvin needs to go to... Where did you say again?
Everland.
Take him to Everland. Okay.
Well, the problem is I see Sarvin, when he finds out that the Beholder's looking for him, he's going to want to rush into Waterdeep.
Wow.
Get more eyes.
Why is he going to want to run into Waterdeep?
Because it's Sarvin, and
he's the king of the frozen
He's the king of the frozen bar. It's what he does. So if he's... And I can see him doing this. So instead, let's bypass that possibility and just drag him with you to Everland, and we'll meet you there. And then you'll have an extra person with you.
Okay, that sounds easy enough.
I give him my figurine. I'm like, good luck.
Wow.
Nods to you and thanks you for the figurine and stows it away.
Yes, we will get you money, and we'll probably hire someone to get you to Brentley, and then you can go on your way.
Okay, it sounds like a plan. I like this. Finally,
Plans go better when you include other people.
Yeah,
wow.
I finally get to show you guys what I'm made of.
This is all I've been asking for.
This is good.
Like looking up, like, oh, finally.
All right.
Shall we make our way to Taz's then?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Diana and Dad and Ashlyn.
Are you gonna go get Diana and Ashlyn as
no,
well?
we were gonna meet them there in 30, like at a certain time.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I'm figuring we're meeting.
Oh yeah. You guys meet at Taz's residence. She greets you warmly. She's excited to see all of you. She's ecstatic. You guys just dropped off a bunch of dragon parts to her residence not too long ago. And you make your way as she welcomes you inside. Oh, welcome back, my dears. Welcome back. So nice to see everyone again. And you notice as soon as you walk in, all the dragon parts are gone.
She works quickly.
Make a perception check for me as you walk in.
Gladly. I love perception checks now.
So do I.
Whoa!
Because that's a nat 20.
That is a nat 20.
Not
Actually,
bad.
all of you notice this pretty easily. In the back, like the back of the area, it's like a large living room that you're in. It's kind of like a living room open to a kitchen, and the kitchen is separated with this little bar area that you can see back there. In the back corner of the area of the room, you can see there's all these blankets like put together looking like a nest, and there are these 3 eggs sitting in this blanketed nest, about the size of bigger than footballs, and they look like they have these rippled textures in the outside of the eggs.
Oh my god!
They're just sitting there like wrapped in this nest of various quilts and blankets that she has in the corner of the room.
Can I do a nature check or something?
Sure, you can.
Christy really wants to.
Can we all?
You could do nature or arcana.
I am jumping on that with Arcana then, because that looks interesting to me as well.
My Arcana is a +2, and my
Really?
nature is a +2.
You got a 14
Wow,
even on a nat 1.
14?
14.
Yeah.
What the heck?
14,
Your
wow.
passive is insane.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Passive's a third. That's insane.
Callista with perception. Oh, that was your nature.
Nature.
Large reptilian, egg of some sort. Molfin, you do recognize that there is a smell of faintly used burnt incense and other ritual components within the room.
Wolfen just sort of smirk under the shroud.
Okay.
She just moves her furniture around again to make that nice little circle in the middle of the living room, so all of you have a nice, comfortable place to sit. You know, it's just like your grandma's house. It's a little ramshackle, a little out of date, a little dusty
Your
in
cookies?
places. Are there cookies? Yes, they're fresh cookies again.
Oh,
Wolfen's going to sit down next to Molfen the second, put his arm
oh
around him.
god.
Oh.
She smiles. The first time you were there by yourself with just the shroud, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So,
So,
I would say twins, but I know better.
worse.
I know better.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
So, how can I help you today?
Well, we have a few things on the list. First, I just gesture for lock one. Might as well get that out of the way first.
I'm like digging awkwardly in the bag of holding, pulling out both chests, both the chest of 25,000 gold pieces
Okay.
and the chest of Namfoodle make.
She approaches the chest of Namfoodle make and creaks it open. Moves away the
Look at that
little moves away the little piece of silk that seems to cover the glass eye, and she picks it up into her hand and she's looking at it, inspecting it. Huh. Unbelievable. It's great craftsmanship. So this is the item that you wish to enchant.
That is correct.
And what exactly does this enchantment need to entail?
If I recall correctly, it needs to project an anti-magic field.
Powerful, powerful magic indeed.
Yeah, for a powerful, powerful magician to do.
I can make this happen. I can make it happen. As she's saying this, she's not even looking to you. She's like looking at the crystal or the glass eye. She looks up towards the ceiling a little bit, then looks back down at the glass eye. Yes, I can make it happen. And then she takes the glass eye and she sets it back down into its box. I trust this is the payment. And she taps the other box.
Take a look. Yeah.
Opens it up and she just takes a glance and then shuts it and she looks at you. I trust you.
Did I ever actually count it?
You want to count that much?
That's a lot to count.
Yeah.
But you seem to have her trust. She gestures for you to take the massive red chest and put it off to the side because she just can't lift it up.
Yeah, I'll try to put it back in the bag of holding. It's
Okay. Well, you're gonna leave it
Aren't
here,
you
right?
leaving it here?
oh, because she's got it. Yeah. That's true.
She's got to enchant it.
I'll tuck it aside.
All right.
We
Children, I
also
swear.
have.
I thought she was keeping the orb and giving the chest back.
Oh yeah. She
But no, it's probably good if she has the chest here to store it.
Yeah, it's definitely a padded inside, so nothing could get damaged or broken.
Yeah. How long do you think it'll take, Taz?
I've got to check my storage of components and things for the ritual, but I think I can get it done. Are you in a hurry?
No. I was just wondering, is this something that happens, in a day or in 10 or
It'll take. Do you need? I mean, probably would take me about a week to get this sort of thing ready. This high-level magic that you want me to bestow upon it.
Suppose that gives us time to go on our little jaunt.
To put it lightly, yes.
Yes.
Assuming that Taz can aid us with
That's our next request of you. We're looking for means of transportation
Transportation out of Skullport.
out of Skullport.
to somewhat specific locales.
What locale are you looking to go?
Some of us are heading to Neverwinter. Others in another day or so would be heading to Daggerford.
Or Iron Slag, if you have that means.
Iron
Oh, yes,
Slag.
this is true as well.
Iron Slag, that's... It doesn't seem to ring a bell to me.
Figured I'd ask.
Iron Slag. Well, let's see. My question to you is, do these locales have a known teleportation circle?
I would assume Daggerford and Neverwinter would. Iron Slag. I do
Daggerford
not
definitely
know.
does.
I
Because
know.
Anna took that one.
Okay. I know Everland, which is in the general direction of Iron Slag, has one as we departed from there.
I know Daggerford has one.
So that will.
Because Anna could get us from Daggerford to Waterdeep quickly.
Okay. As long as there is a location, teleportation-wise, that I can get you there for 50 gold pieces a head.
Morphin goes into his purse and starts not too subtly handing money over to Morphin the Second to cover the teleportation.
Okay.
It's becoming more expensive than
Does she
Yes,
know
you
if
gotta learn
Iron
that.
Slag has one?
I do not. She looks at you.
Think
She's like,
so?
I'm not even sure where Iron Slag is, to be honest, my dear.
That's fair. Alright, Neverwinter would work.
So basically, are you guys just ready to? Are you guys gonna wait out to get the Zentrum here and things like that, and just kind of?
Morphin the Second, once everything's set with Taz,
Mm-hmm.
is being sent back off to the feast hall
Okay.
to remain with Townley,
Townley, sure.
to wait for his compatriots to come, and then he's going to come back and visit Taz to
To get teleported. Yeah,
get teleported because they're going a different way. So
sure.
it doesn't matter if they're a day or so behind.
So now, did you guys want Riled to go with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I would give him the Hat of Disguise again.
Okay. So basically, what Callista would do is go back to his hideout, give him the Hat of Disguise.
Oh, I assumed he came with Diana and.
He probably wouldn't want to come into the town to meet with Taz, just because of his form. If you wanted to disguise him, he might be more willing to. But Taz being such a high-level wizard or spellcaster, she might be able to see through it. You're not 100% sure.
Could I, in theory, then go get him and polymorph him into something small?
In theory, yes.
Then I would do that.
Okay. What do you
Polymorph him into a cockatiel.
No, I would.
What would you like to polymorph your dad into?
Oh, God, that sounds so weird. So
Mini tarantula.
Yeah, just a spider, right?
Yeah,
Flying
I mean,
snake.
is that too on the cuff? Like, is that?
Oh yeah, yeah, he got like cursed. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that to him.
Maybe like
A little bit brazen, yeah.
a cat.
Can I turn him into another Tressum so it looks like we have two?
Sure. Yeah. Because Ashlyn has one with her, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So he can
He's-
fly. He needs to.
He's a little jealous whenever he's like, you know spells that can transform into creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of took after Mom in that respect.
Maybe someday I will be blessed with the ability to be able to do that again. And you
Definitely work to make that happen.
and you transform him into a Tressum. How long does polymorph last?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. So
I would do this like quickly.
okay. So you guys are paying the fee to get transported?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll pay Brox.
Paying Brox. Okay. So, and Mulfin II is headed back to the feast hall to await the Zentrum, and then he will return, and they will get transported to Daggerford. Okay.
I would also want to pay just to send word to the boss that like it's gonna take a week.
Okay.
Whether it's a courier or a letter or a.
Actually, Boskin, I believe it was, can send one of his flying snakes.
Wonderful.
If you would like to, since you're a member of the Zentrum, he can deliver messages
Cool.
via flying
Cool.
snakes anywhere within this,
Yeah,
this city.
stylish.
hmm So that seems to be what his MO is. He's kind of like a base of communications between Zentrum here, and he can get the word out relatively quickly with these flying snakes of his. So yeah, you send word to the boss, and really just you guys are teleported. Really, I mean, there's not really anything else to do here. If you guys are teleporting your way to Neverwinter, you are led into a room with a teleportation circle, and Taz takes up your payment. You can see that she starts casting the ritual spell teleportation circle. The runes start to glow within the chamber, and you guys are whisked away and end up in Neverwinter. And
Can I also say that before I polymorphed my dad, I made him wear the Hat of Disguise to look human, just in case he's.
okay, so he's had a disguise human, then you polymorphed him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
So when he pops back out, he's still got the Hat of Disguise.
There you go.
More
yeah.
perception.
More- yes.
It's a morphception. Can I do that?
Yes, I believe you could. Yes.
Great.
Sure. And you guys end up popping out in the top story of an old, creaky row house. Mulfin and Diana, I believe you've been here before.
I don't
What?
remember.
When you guys,
I don't remember.
you guys met with
We were never supposed to talk about that night.
you guys when you guys met. I think it was Mulfin and Diana. You guys met with Sandice Thunderquill here.
Yes, we did.
And
Write that down.
you guys remember that she was Mulfin. You noticed that she had a lot of things going on. She was doing research on the Arcane Brotherhood, and she had mentioned to you guys that she's being trained to kind of go as a Harper agent to kind of go into the Arcane Brotherhood and see what's going on in there.
Oh, right, because you guys were going to use her, but then I was like, oh, by the way, I found a place. Let's go now.
Yeah, let's go. And you guys rushed out of there, and she was like, wait, I'm working on something. You know, she was trying to get everything ready for
Yeah.
Remember, we were in a huge rush. I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember now.
So you
Took me a
guys,
second.
Because of the lady, the person. Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Wow.
As we landed, Molfin recognizes where we are, looks down at it. The pin is on Molfin the second. Because Molfin is wearing the black robes with the gold inlay that he bought for the funeral.
Oh!
Oh, that's bad. That looks nice. So bougie.
Well, it was that or a clown suit, you know?
No, that fits. It fits with the shroud.
You know, this is going to be entertaining.
I can respect that.
Molfin will look at the group. I appeared to have misplaced something.
Something
Shovel
important.
hell.
Can you get her a
Since
picture?
my namesake is wearing my pin.
Ah. Well, she'll remember us,
him
right?
get around.
Yes, I'm sure she'll remember exactly what I looked like the last time we were here before we went to deal with Cruella.
yeah, he wasn't wearing the shroud last time.
But
Gotten so used to it.
But
don't you
Diana
remember Diana?
was there.
Yeah. You should be okay.
I could look like Molfin
You could.
with a disguised self.
And just like move your mouth whenever he talks.
Of course.
You guys hear some footsteps coming up the stairs. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Hey.
Hi. Hi.
Why did I think?
It's been a little while. Are you okay? You guys left in such a hurry.
Oh, yeah, we're fine. We were just dealing with like a family emergency that we had to go run and like deal with in a split second. But we're good now. How are you? How's the Harpers and the Brotherhood?
Things are going good. I've been just busy researching. Just trying to get myself prepared.
Cool. You're still doing that? Wow, that's been a while. No shade. You're just getting lazy. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. This is Callista.
Sorry, I was the one that interrupted last time.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was just working out how to get some transportation for everybody into the
Right,
Shadowfell.
And I appreciate it. I actually found a really quick way to get there. It was really just a matter of timing, and it was just faster the better. I apologize. I appreciate your effort, though.
Yeah, it's okay. It really is. I'm still learning. I'm just trying to get to that point where I'm ready to break off on my own and prove what I can do.
No, you'll get there.
Is there a clear path for Molfin to get out the door?
Oh yeah, greater invisibility with this conversation going on. Yeah, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out.
No.
Yeah, and just full booking it, running down the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. She looks down the stairs. I swear I could have heard something. Yeah. So,
By the way, this is also Lachlan. You'll remember the older gnome that I had. This is his grandson.
oh,
Hey.
nice to meet you, Lachlan. She holds her
Nice to
hand.
meet you.
Sandice. It's nice to see you. What brings you back to Neverwinter?
We actually left a vehicle here that we need to pick up, so yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sorry for the intrusion. I'm not sure if we can send a message ahead of time next time, but
it's really okay. It really is. Muffin, you know, being a member of the Harpers, he has access to these teleportation circles, and his companions also have access to those as well. So it's perfectly fine.
Oh, cool. Oh, also, this is Ashlyn. She's quiet today.
Yeah. Okay, hello, Ashlyn, and she just, you know, just bows out to her. Ashlyn bows back. So you guys are pretty much there, able to leave when you wish.
Yeah,
Cool.
I leave.
She's not really stopping you, or just carry on some small talk. Really, all it is. You guys make your way back out in the streets of Neverwinter.
Find a slightly hyperventilating gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
You've literally done this to yourself, Muffin.
Yes, well, I had anticipated having the pin the next time I appeared in front of one of them with this.
Yeah.
I can't believe you left it.
That's.
He was wearing my clothes, I was wearing a clown outfit, and then this. It wasn't...
Why would you even let it? Never
Because it
mind.
was still pinned on my clothing.
And you don't take it. Never mind. It's fine. We'll work with it. I have the Emerald Enclave. I have Anna's pin if we absolutely need to use it. We're an ally to Anna, allied to them. Enclave. We got this.
Rings.
Yes. Yeah.
Once we get out of Neverwinter, we will have an airship, and
Exactly. So
assuming
we'll
they haven't
manage.
left us.
Yeah, because
I will
Kel's
vote
totally
for
trustworthy.
I'm going. Oh, I'm gonna start booking to the last place where we were left. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her.
Where did we leave
I
it?
follow.
You-
I follow. I follow. I follow.
You left it a
I'm
good,
ready to
Behind
a
her.
good 10 miles outside of the city, so
I'm just going.
it'll probably be
I
getting
would-
close to nightfall. Well, no, probably not. It'd probably be, you know, probably like 6, 7 o'clock at night, probably by the time you get there.
I'll meet you guys outside the city. I have to do something in the city real, and I'll give you guys time to
That's
prep the
right.
airship.
Can our griffins fly yet? Like by themselves without being ridden?
They can fly, but for a short period of time. They can fly for a little bit, and then they have like they can fly enough to
They
maybe
can go-
scout,
yeah.
but then they'll have to come back down and land and take a break.
Could I
They're
try
not really
and-
developed
and-
yet.
Could I try and encourage Cleo to fly with me if I take on like an eagle or some sort of flying creature form with it?
Yeah, he'll be able to fly with you. He probably won't be able to go as high as you can.
That's
and
fine.
He'll probably have to drop
I
down
just want to get
for
some
a little
practice
while.
in with her. That's all.
Take a break and then fly again. Sure.
Since we're flying 10 miles, might as well make it worth it.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to make
Can
it
I-
quicker as an eagle.
Okay.
Can
So
I
I'm
push
gonna-
Celine to go to?
Yeah, I'll take both of them and try and get them both to follow me,
Okay.
going up and down.
Yeah.
Salim will listen because apparently he's a problem child. But
That's due
I
to the
will do.
absentee mother.
Can I make some sort of roll to see if I can get him to listen to me?
Yeah.
negligent mother.
Make an
That's why.
animal handling check.
Sure.
Can I help her?
Nope.
Coax him.
Ah.
Oh,
There's my nat one.
Salim doesn't really want to fly.
He's done. Sorry, BB.
He's-
He's gonna walk
So
beside
we-
you.
He's kind of been spoiled by Diana being carried around all the time, so he really doesn't want to fly.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
picturing
I
like
have
carrying a thing like this now,
320.
like
I raised a dumb little Joffrey.
I just
Celine
remembered I have
will
the nat
tell me.
20. I need to remember that.
Yeah, you need to remember that.
Oh,
We had a
wow.
lot of ones tonight, I think.
Right.
We had a lot of ones. Only one nat 20, I think.
Jeez.
It's been weighted down with some low rolling. You guys, Lachlan, you're headed to try to find Brantley.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you actually find Brantley at that same place that you stumbled upon him before. He's actually just you have a hunch that he was using this place as kind of like where he's living for right now. He's just kind of staying in a room at this place. And you find him at the same place. He's eating a nice dinner. He's got a meal out in front of him. He's got a couple friends that he's hanging out with, and he's just having a good time here in Neverwinter.
Cool.
And you and Brock, I would assume Brock is with you.
Oh yeah, and I would just sit down at the table and like grab something off his plate.
Start eating it.
Grab like a French fry, like
You just grab like a whole chicken wing and you just
Yeah.
chomp it away. Hey,
Brantley.
oh, Lachlan. What you been up to?
I'm alive. But our little mission was a success. So,
Success. All right.
yeah.
You're looking great.
Listen, oh, thanks. You as well. Can't stay long. Got to go catch up with some friends. But at this point, I want to get on one knee and give him the ring.
he looks awkwardly at you as you get down on one knee.
This is the best ritual for the 7 snakes ever.
He stops chewing. He's got like barbecue sauce all over his face from these wings.
Will you make me the happiest gnome?
Oh no!
He just stops chewing. He's staring at you. His eyes are wide. His friends around the table are all like, one of them, we're not really sure what's going on. And he reaches down towards the ring and he looks at it and he's like, this is a 7 snakes ring.
It's a big responsibility. You think you can handle it?
Wow.
Can I? And he takes the ring. You watch, he has it in his hand and he's like, slips it on. Yes.
Looks good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And
Most romantic scene ever.
His friends are sitting around. They're
I
just
ship
like
it.
they're stopped chewing their meal as well, and they're just looking around. And he just looks at it. He's holding up a ring to him. He's like, "Yes, yes,
He said yes.
He's so enthusiastic.
And he looks over and he's like, "So what now?" As he's got barbecue sauce all over the ring, all over his hands, all over.
Oh jeez.
Ew.
No.
He's like, he grabs another chicken wing and he starts like chewing on it. His friends just all like, they're not really sure what is even going on. Some of his friends might not even be members of the Zentarum. They have no clue they just like,
Tell no one what you saw here today.
They just thought you two just got engaged.
Oh, I
To a
ship it
gnome.
so hard.
Okay. Apparently, Brock over here, who he's going to be your commanding officer. He can explain the mission. I have to go meet some people. I want to pull out, very grudgingly, 50 platinum.
Okay.
And here are your mission funds. I want the change.
Sure.
Okay.
What do you want?
Sure, Locke. Yeah, so Brock is the commander of this mission.
Yeah, he's going to be a squad leader.
Brock cracks his fingernail or knuckles. He's like cracks his knuckles a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, I got this." And grabs the funds from you as like Brantley was reaching out to grab the funds, and he just reaches out and grabs them out of your hands. I'll be taking notes.
Good luck. Again, Brock will explain it. Meet us in Everland, and get ready for Ashlyn, or my friend Ashlyn, to punch you in the face when you get back. So,
What?
it's part of the ritual. Don't worry, Brock will explain it. See you guys.
You rush out, leaving him just stunned. Yep. He stops chewing once again as he's just staring at you as you leave. And Brock puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, "First step, we need to get some horses." And then that's where the scene kind of fades out.
I also, before, like, can we retcon a scene where Callista would have given Brock 41 platinum?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Whoa.
Would that have been in front of Lachlan? So Lachlan might readjust or reassess how much money he
Give him 9.
No.
Okay.
No. I would have been just Callista and Brock being like, hire what you need, protect yourself, don't be stupid. I know you think you're strong, but we need you to stay alive. And I give him the money and tell him to use it appropriately.
Can I keep the change?
If you stay alive, yes.
He smiles and he's like, "Awesome." Takes it and stows it away.
Callista
End up joining
pull off.
Callista instead.
So yeah, so the scene fades as Lachlan leaves to try to catch up with his group.
Yeah.
So Brock is just rolling in the money right
He's
now.
rolling in the dough. Got plenty of
Yeah.
platinum. He's gonna go secure some horses with his new friend Brantley. and they're gonna go head off on some adventure to find Sarvin and Fireshear. So you guys are all headed back towards where you parked the airship, I believe.
Yeah.
Callista, being an
Yes.
eagle, is probably the first to see it, and it is still parked where you guys left it. It looks like there's some smoke coming from a fire nearby, and it looks like a crude camp is set up next to it as you're approaching. The sun is starting to set, but it's still, it's got probably a couple more hours before it gets dark.
Okay, when I'm about like 60 feet away from the encampment, I drop as I fly back down to the, kind of just drop my form and land at the same time
Okay,
as I come out of it.
perfect. Yeah, you do so with ease as you land next to the camp. And you can see as you come out that the camp is the dragon cultists that you were gifted by Clouth are in this camp. And you see a shocked look on one of the faces as the woman who was kind of the commander of the airship, Delphine, approaches. My gosh, where have you been?
It's a long story, but we've dealt with the Lich, so not much is done.
Well, that's great. We were starting to worry. But good news. The one that you left here with us, I believe her name Kella.
Yes, what about her?
She has helped us to repair the furnace in your absence. She has made several trips back and forth to Neverwinter to get the building materials and the metals that we needed to repair the furnace. It's fully operational.
Okay.
She's still up there working. Finishing up cleaning up the materials. I can't believe it.
This is just simmering on the inside. She's so mad.
I'm just, hustling on my way over there with Celine.
And with Molfin.
Yeah, and Molfin.
I go look for Kella first,
Yeah,
just to see what
you
doing.
walk up this crude ladder that's on the side of the airship that leads up to the top, and you can see that Kella is... It looks like she's putting tools away, and it looks like whatever she was doing, she was finished her task, and she's putting things away. There's a couple other cultists on board with her, and they're cleaning up. One sweeping the deck a little bit from sawdust and some other chunked pieces of scrap metal and things of that nature. And when you take a look, the furnace, that magical furnace in the center of the ship, looks completely restored from the time you guys made it blow up.
You guys? You guys?
Hey, you dispelled the magic on it.
You guys?
I can't
Okay.
recall. I don't
Callistus
remember.
cast dispel magic. I'm just saying.
What does it look like on the inside? Does it appear to be like on fire? Like, or is it just a regular non-magical fire going on?
There's no fire inside of it at all.
Oh, okay.
It looks like
so
they
they're just working on repairing the.
Yeah, they're repairing the
gotcha.
outer metallic part of the structure. It seems like she's been, from what Delphine told you, has been making the journey back and forth from Neverwinter the last few days, and putting the dragon cultists and her together. Have been working on this thing, trying to fix it up, and she's been doing what she could to help to repair it.
Change of heart.
She looks up. You know, I owe you a lot. I guess this was the least I could do.
You mean Diana?
No, I mean all of you. She slowly stands and she's looking at you, Callista. And... Now, we repaired the structure. I don't know enough about the arcane to repair the magic.
No, I don't expect any of us to be able to repair this type of magic.
Perhaps Mofin would know something.
I have my own ideas on how to get this off. But, see. This is a start, but I don't trust you. And my trust isn't given, it's earned. And girl, you got a long way to go. And I turn and walk away.
Okay, you do the turn and walk.
Wow.
The Liam O'Brien.
And I walk away.
And I walk away.
And I show her my butt.
It's about this. It's about at this time the rest of the party starts to show up, hustling through the forest. They can see the encampment.
I didn't kill her. She's progressing, okay?
She's okay. Is she alive? Revivify.
Again.
All over again. Kill her twice. Bring her back. Oh my gosh.
And
Full circle.
so yeah, the rest of the group, you approach. It looks as if the cultists are starting to pack up the camp, as a couple of them are starting to take down tents and get packs organized, and it seems like they're starting to pack things up, seeing that they might be able to leave at some point here soon, now that you guys have started to make your way back. You guys are all greeted by the different various members of the dragon cultists, who seem to welcome you warmly as you approach back. Once again, they've never given you any sort of impression that they mean you any harm. They're just doing their duty.
Mulfin's gonna go looking for Kella.
Okay. Mofin, eventually you find her on the bottom floor of the airship. Here, I'll take you guys back over to the airship map so you guys can remember what it looks like. I may have to make you guys skip a couple times to different places here. Okay.
Oh, what are we gonna see?
Here, you can remember the Dragon Tooth Inn, where all that...
Oh, the moonbeam, yeah.
Where all that...
The moonbeam and the demon
The
summoning.
moonbeam
Yeah.
and the demon summoning, yeah, there's that.
Oh,
The dretch.
Don't you remember that? All those dretches?
Oh,
and
good
everything?
time.
Yeah.
Good times.
Right.
Stretch fart.
Can you guys see this map?
Sure
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
So there's your map of the airship. You find her down in the bottom area of this airship in room number 6,
But-
which is towards the front, and she's putting things away and going through different storage materials and making sure that she's kind of like doing an inventory almost.
I should say, would the rest of us who showed up late be advised she had helped out?
Yeah, they would have.
Fixed.
Yeah. Delphine and the rest of the group would have told you what has happened the last couple of days. They were all worried that you guys would never return. It's been a while. You guys spent a week.
We were worried
You guys spent a
too.
week in Waterdeep. It's probably another week prior to that, so it's been probably a few
In
weeks.
Shadowfell, yeah.
Yeah. So they were just
Oh,
basically holding on to hope that you guys would return, and that they'd be able to get going. And it took them about that long to repair the furnace anyway, so to get it fully operational.
So Mulfin's gonna hunt her down and just try to get her attention.
Okay, yeah, you approach, no problem, and
So I hear thanks are in order for you repairing the furnace.
it was really the least that I could do.
Oh, it appears Callista, even though she beat us here, decided not to kill you. Progress, is it not?
she chuckles a bit and says, she looks back at you. You see a little grin on her face. I think she's starting to warm up to me.
Oh, okay. This bitch.
Total sarcasm.
She failed her insight roll. Yeah.
Total sarcasm. You don't even have to insight check it.
A lot has happened.
It's a love-hate, heavy on hate.
We are heading east. What are your plans?
She looks down and looks back at you. And she was hoping I could help you.
She wants to stay on the same ship as me? Sure.
She can get yeeted off the side.
She's got balls, I'll give her that.
Molfin looks over and says, "Help me." Or are you referring to the group of us?
The group of you. You guys have saved my soul. And for this, I owe you a lot. I don't really have anything else. I don't have anywhere to go. The least I could do would be to help make sure this crew stays together, maybe somehow be some kind of transportation support along with Delphine and her group.
And I'm sure you have contacts out in the world.
A few. Very little, I trust.
Ones we trust are all I am interested in. But it will be a pleasure to have you on this journey, I think, especially for Lachlan. Perhaps not for Callista, but if she did not kill you, there is hope.
So how's
She hasn't killed me yet.
how's Lachlan been?
Lachlan has been Lachlan. There isn't much more to say than that.
So the experience, this mess didn't change him at all?
Not that... No, he's actually seems to be being a little bit more open than he was before.
Really?
Just today, he actually had a conversation with Callista and myself about his plans. Whereas before it was... Well, here's what I did, and...
Deal with it.
I think he's growing a little bit.
That's good. She looks down off to the side of you a little bit, Molfin, and I sometimes wonder... I just look back. That time in Nightstone, as I was watching out of the window of the second story of the inn, watching him fire that short bow into the darkness against those wargs and goblins, and just knew what kind of an impact he could have on the world.
He is definitely doing something.
I'm just extremely glad that our paths have crossed. Looking forward to seeing him again.
He should be here shortly. He had some business to take care of in town first.
Well, I'll finish up this little inventory, make sure we have things ready to go, and I'll be outside in just a few.
Molfin will give a little bow and head back up.
Alright, so Molfin makes her way back up. Kella continues to make sure that all of her tools and materials are put away, and all the materials have been stocked up correctly for the journey. And Molfin makes his way back up. About this time, Lachlan is getting back to the rest of the group.
And when we have a moment, Molfin is looking for Callista after.
Okay, yeah. I guess Callista would just be kind of hanging around, getting ready as well.
Yeah, I'd probably be trying to get Cleo and Sleem to practice while I have time to myself. I'm trying to purposely ignoring Kella's being.
Okay. She's purposely ignoring you a little bit. Like, she's going out of her way to be away from you as much as possible. Just
That's good.
your passive insight tells you just because she wants to be respectful and give you your space.
Sure. I take my space with the griffins.
Okay, and Lachlan returns to the group.
Oh yeah, and my dad's here too, right? Because he probably popped out of the Tresson form by now.
He would have popped out of the Tresson form. Yeah, so yeah, he's with you. I guess he's a human.
Or whatever he wanted to be.
Okay, sure.
Just not dry dirt.
Yeah, he's human. He's fine. He's fine being human. And you guys are all back together as Lachlan approaches the rest of the group.
Did you guys kill Kelly yet?
No, funny story. She's up top if you would like to go say hello.
Wait, Callista hasn't killed her? Does she know she's here?
Yes.
Yes, Lachlan, I know she's here.
Wow. So you're waiting till we get up in the air? Is that it's easier to dispose of the body?
There's a reason I like you, Lachlan.
Rodius knows why, but
Delphine approaches you, Molfin, and so, Molfin, we've got the furnace fully repaired. The issue that we have is there was a special arcane magic put upon the first furnace to make sure that the elemental energy within inside was kept at bay. The other issue that we have is we no longer have a fire elemental to place inside of the furnace. Those are our two issues. We do have plenty of firewood that we could use, but it will definitely slow our travel a little bit because we won't be able to reach our full height. We just won't have enough heat to heat the balloon.
Well, I have two options we could work with. I'm not sure which one works better, but I could be the fire elemental, or I could be an air elemental and push us.
Josephine looks at you, Callista, and says, "You can do that?"
I can now.
Do that?
Well, we already do have an air elemental stowed away behind the fan of the ship. That's what actually rotates the fan.
Right, but
so we're able to propel. We're just
would it be safer for me to be an air elemental underneath to lift versus the fire, since we don't have the containment?
Well, we could potentially contain it.
I think I have.
He's gonna use his bubble.
Ideal.
I mean, I have an ability that's like called like planar binding, where I can like bind an elemental creature. I don't know,
I don't know if that accounts for me because I'm not truly an elemental. I mean, I could summon one, but that's a little bit dangerous.
No, not for you. I mean, like I can just summon an elemental creature to do.
Right.
I think
but that only lasts an hour at a time, and I can do it for 5 hours at a time, and then only need to rest for an hour and do another 5 hours.
Oh yeah, mine's only 1 hour.
I can take short rests in between, so I can continue to do it throughout the entire day just with a short rest.
And at the same point, it's...
And Delsa...
One would assume Dragon's Breath would have the proper heat quotient, I would assume.
Delphine looks towards Callista and is like, well, if she becomes the fire elemental, we would not need to put any kind of magical bindings on the furnace because she would be willingly staying within the...
Oh.
So that would actually solve both of our issues.
It does make me a little uncomfortable being in an enclosed space like that, but I guess we don't really have a choice, do we?
If you would
All
like,
right.
I could make it not bother you. With your permission.
No, Dolphin, no.
Oh.
That's good, Molfin. That's good. I love it.
I have my treputations for a reason. They keep me alive. So no,
But,
I don't.
I forgot about that discussion. Offer withdrawal.
Thank you. Thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. That's right.
Well,
I mean, is there a door on this furnace?
There is.
Can I leave the door open and just try and control my own heat?
You could. Yeah. See, the only reason that the magical aura was put on the furnace was because the fire elemental was being held against its will inside.
It was angry.
It was
yeah.
angry because
Right.
remember it spoke to Molfin the whole time saying, "Get me out of here." But if you're actively doing it according to your will and you're willing to stay inside of it, then there would be no need for the magical aura or you know that bubble that was keeping it inside.
I guess we could chuck wood in there while she's resting.
my thought was, if we put enough wood
I
in
have
it,
other. Yeah, we have other spells that we could
And
keep
then-
to maintain it while I'm resting for an hour.
So how long can you stay in your elemental form?
4.5 hours. It's half my druid level.
4.5 hours.
I think so. I'm level 9.
But you can
Or no, I'm level 10, so
No,
it's
you're
5
level 10,
hours.
so 5 hours.
and you can
I can
wild
see it
shape
for 5 hours.
twice a day, right?
I can wild shape after every short rest. I get 2 wild shapes per short rest.
Uh-huh.
And to use the elemental wild shape, you need to expend both.
So basically, you burn 2, rest for an hour, burn 2, rest
burn
for an
2.
hour.
Yeah.
Okay, with this airship, you can travel probably about 8 miles per hour.
As the bird flies.
8 miles per hour. So let's look at the map here and see how much. If you guys did I'm gonna go over the player map real quick and just kind of do some calculations here. So you guys are at just outside of Neverwinter, and you are headed.
We're still on the dragon ship.
And you're headed. You guys want to go right to Iron Slag?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Can you flip us over?
We're not on
Oh,
the
yeah.
map layer. We don't.
I
We're on the
apologize.
cult ship.
I apologize.
No worries.
Okay, we're going to make a stop here, and then here,
Black screen.
and then
Hey, catch map.
and then we're gonna move over here. Let's go.
Oh, back when Molfin first found demons.
Yeah, back when Molfin first found demons.
So young and tender.
So you guys are just outside of Neverwinter, and you guys are headed to Iron Slag. So I'm gonna have to minimize this a little bit. See how many
Whoa.
miles that is.
660, give or take.
So we'll say about 650. So,
Yeah.
Now I would say it also you can move. Yeah, its average is about 8 miles per hour. This vessel. So if you're traveling 10 hours, so that'd be 80 miles per day. That'd be about 8 days. So.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So
What the-
basically, but if you wanted to if you did it that way where you were just using your wild shape ability and then you have to take a long rest, right?
Yeah.
So
At the end of
Short
each.
rest.
I take a short rest every 5 hours, but I can also take a long rest as needed to avoid exhaustion.
Okay, yeah, perfect. I don't think you guys would have a problem doing that at all. And actually, to Delphine, that sounds like the perfect plan because then you guys don't have to worry about trying to trap or find a fire elemental to trap inside of your structure, your furnace, and move it that way. If is there anything that you guys want to do while you're aboard the airship at this time? Because you're gonna have an 8-day travel time, and Callista, most of your time is gonna be spent burning in flame inside the furnace.
Can Molfin pose a question?
Oh no.
Before you leave, or to somebody before you leave?
I'll say it's more player asking the DM, but Molfin's idea.
Sure.
Would making the airship a little smaller and lighter enable it to move faster?
It would, but trying to think about the people on it. You're gonna reduce the ship?
Is there a limit?
And you pointed an object is reduced in half by all dimensions, and its weight is reduced by 1/8. So given there are a total of like 12 people on here, it would be tight, I think. Oh, but never mind, it's only good for a minute.
It only lasts a minute.
So
yeah.
Yeah, so even I could burn all my spell
What
slots,
I could do is, because I'm a
Oh my word!
What?
Right?
Yes.
Cast it on Toril.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
What have you done?
That is actually pretty brilliant, to be honest.
Oh my god, I feel
no.
stupid for not thinking of it.
Does it say? What's it say? What's it say that you can cast that?
A creature or object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration.
You
make the
know
giants look like the good guys.
implications of that, though. Like,
There's got to be limitations. I can't let
Yeah,
you
yeah,
shrink
yeah.
the world.
that's gonna screw up orbit. That's gonna screw up the moon. That's gonna screw up tidal waves and
Yeah,
stuff.
you could-
Earthquake.
you
like
could
you're gonna
just
screw everybody.
Single-handedly ruin the entire spectrum here.
That'd be a very Molten thing to do.
Oh my god!
Molfin wants to rule the world, not destroy it.
True. Yeah, you can't destroy a ruined husk or rule.
Truth be
ruined
told,
husk.
though, that's brilliant. That's something I would have
Yeah.
never thought of.
It's reduced in half by all dimensions. So we could literally sprint for 1 minute and cover miles.
How many spell slots do you have?
Hold on, let me pull it up here. That is a 2nd level spell, so I could cast it 3, 6, 9, 10 times. So 10 minutes.
So for 10 minutes, the ship would be half its size, and you guys would just have to cram in to the ship and just all be
I
really.
could also.
Yeah, but for 10 minutes it wouldn't.
Everybody would have to be on top of the deck. Nobody would be able to be in the rooms, or else they'd be like pretty much crammed into the rooms, not able to move.
I can also maintain concentration for a minute on Gust of Wind when I'm in my form. So
Okay.
if you want, I could Gust Wind to extra boost the speed
Oh yeah,
while I'm still in for a minute.
for a minute doing that. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. With these,
Next time I go into elemental form, I would do the Gust of Wind for a minute and then just to give us a boost and then maintain.
I would say you probably eliminate a day from your travel for taking in these extra things. I mean, it's only like 10 minutes for Molfins. It's only like an extra minute for
Couple
Callista.
minutes.
So it's
yeah.
not going to be a big impact. Like, it's not going to cut your speed. It's not going to. But I would say over the course of this, you help, and there's also times where you guys get natural help from you. You catch
right.
other
Headwind.
The
headwinds,
slipstream.
and there's sometimes where it's going against you, but you manage to navigate in and out of that with Delsophine's help, and everybody kind of helping out. You guys are able to cut that time in half. Unless you guys have something super elaborate that you want to talk about during the travel time, I'm just going to kind of skip a lot of this travel time because it's just.
That's fine.
It's
I
just what
wanted
it
to have a
is.
conversation with Ashlyn, but she's not here.
We can always like retcon at the beginning of next
Retcon.
episode, and you can have
Yeah.
that conversation during one of your long rests when you're out of your elemental form and not stuck in a furnace.
Even in my elemental form, I'd be keeping a close eye on Kella anytime she was in sight.
Okay, yeah. She seems to be doing what she can to help. Doesn't seem like there's anything going on other than she most of the time you do catch a glance of her. eyes you every once in a while in your elemental form inside the furnace as she's helping to stack some firewood next to it for when you take your rest. She doesn't.
Does Callista, do you speak primordial when you're in your elemental form?
Yes, I think so. I don't actually know.
Yeah, so Molfin can communicate with you even when you're in your elemental form. I
Yeah,
believe.
I think
Yes.
I would assume so. Yeah.
At one point when Molfin notices Callista sort of, Kella look at Callista for a couple of seconds, Molfin's going to come over in primordial and say, I think she's still, now that her soul is intact again, I think her feelings for Lachlan have apparently returned.
That's what worries me.
Well, if she is truly interested in helping it.
Helping or helping herself?
Are they necessarily separate things at this point? She seems to be aiding us now.
I don't think she's good for Lachlan.
Time will remain to see how she truly is, but
She's yet to prove herself, but we'll see what happens. Pretty
at least
useless
she has
at this
made
point.
the first step in remaining here to aid in the repair of the ship when she could have left.
Sure. That's how you want to look at it, sure.
And realistically, why stay? Knowing full
Lachlan?
well that if the owner of the ship returns, she has vowed to murder you.
She was never very smart.
Fair enough, I mean, Lachlan, but... Wolf sort of look around, see if he can see Lachlan somewhere.
What's Lachlan doing? Are you muted, MG?
Yeah, I was muted.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
wandering around trying to look in containers and stuff,
Okay. You find some.
So probably oblivious to that whole conversation.
You find some. It looks like they stocked up on some wine while they were in Neverwinter. So you find some Neverwinter wine. Breaking out some of that.
Ew.
Also, she wasn't too quick on her feet with the whole thing in Yartar either, so...
Oh,
um.
younger days.
So your 7 days of travel pass. And Delphine lets you know from kind of the map and the directions that Ryled had given you guys, and you guys have made, as you guys have been traveling, you guys have been carefully watching this map and that Delphine and the crew had, and mapping out the locations of where you're headed and everything. You're pretty sure that you're about within a few minutes from arriving at the location where Ryled says is Iron Slag. From what he knows, Iron Slag is an ancient forge of the fire giants, and until recently it's been long abandoned, but apparently now they're trying to kick it back up. And
This is morning of the 7th day that we're coming into this?
Yes.
How big is this airship across?
Whatever the that, you guys at the map or not? Do I have you guys at the map?
Yeah, I'm
we
at the
are
map.
Yeah, it says
20 feet across,
20,
it looks like.
20 feet across. Yeah, it's not a big airship.
Okay, so as we start getting closer and they don't need the fire elemental as we're pretty much approaching, I want to come out and cast Pass Without a Trace with my staff as we're flying.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, can't pass without a trace.
At will.
Now you can, your choice. You can land the airship and you can approach on foot. You can continue to approach via the airship by air.
What does Dad think? Where should we be looking for?
I don't. He. What I know about Iron Slag, I've only heard through the conversations of my ex-family members. I don't know much beyond that.
I suggest we land and make our way in.
Agreed. We just got this repaired. It would not
Exactly, yeah.
do well to have fire giants traipsing about all over it.
Okay. So you guys land the airship a little bit outside of where you believe Iron Slag to be, based on your directions. Riled, in his human form, it kind of looks to all of you and says, I can lead you from here.
Okay.
And it,
I keep passing that trace up.
okay. What'd you do, Molfin? Molfin, were you getting ready to say something?
Yeah, and I'm gonna catch hell from it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. What are you doing?
Can I insight check him?
Right.
Do I get the feeling he's leading us into a trap?
Sure, go ahead. Insight check him. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna burn my DM's inspiration on this, because Lord knows insight's not Molfin's strong point.
Okay.
Didn't really help much.
Seems to be honest.
It's just following behind, not saying a word, just...
I'm going to make sure that the griffins stay on the airship.
Okay, the griffins are staying. Gotcha.
Yes, and I instruct the cultists to take care of them. And if they die, they die.
Okay. Gotcha. The
Do I need to do an
expendable dragon
intimidation,
cultists.
or-
The expendables. Dragon cultists. Before you walk off the ship, Lachlan, Kella kind of grabs your arm and just pulls you off to the side. And seeing that the rest of the party has kind of moved on and they're just waiting on you to get off the ship, Kella looks at you and she says, Lachlan, I just wanted you to know that bringing you on board to the Zents was probably the best decision I've ever made. And I need you...
I agree.
She smiles a little bit. She's like, still yourself. That's great. Please be careful.
I'm always careful.
She smiles and she's like, I'll see you when you get back. And she kisses you on the cheek.
Oh!
Do I see that?
What's your passive perception?
18.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
Just a short peck on the cheek as Lachlan is making his way down the ladder.
Thanks for
My
keeping the
fists
ship
light
safe.
up.
Molfin's
They're at
gonna
my
sort of
side, but they light up.
elbow. So that would mean Molfin would see it as well, where I've got a passive of 20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Molfin sort of elbows Callista a little bit. Told you.
I told you.
All right. Raud begins to lead you towards Iron Slag. And
Can I just give, because like I want to use this nat 20, can I just give Kella the most intimidating look ever?
Oh my god.
After that
Sure.
kiss, can I just
use your
give
nat
her
20
the
to do
dagger
that?
stare? Yes.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can definitely tell it got the point across. As she just looks down and walks away back onto the ship, preparing to do her next task as they're getting things restocked and doing, I don't know, whatever dragon cultists tell her to do aboard the ship, getting it ready for when you return. You guys travel a little bit on foot. Riled sticks off of there is a main road, but he sticks off of it. He wants to travel through the brush and through the foliage that surrounds the road. And you also notice, you don't even have to make perception checks for this, there are large footprints on this road, leading in both directions, going to and from where you're headed.
Look, Lachlan, elves.
Wow. That's team too tall, not team tall.
Would you guys be approaching during the evening, or would you be guys approaching in the morning or midday? What I'm
What
gonna leave this in your hands.
Gotta roll my importance for the day.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nat 1 in there. Look at that.
Well, that's it. Morph in a second. I don't know what if I'm going to need to roll anything, so I'm leaving that in there until that whole thing resolves.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you wanted to wait around till nightfall, if you wanted to, approach during the day, either one works for me. It's up to you.
So we don't have any intel in this place, right?
Yeah, I say we approach now and try and figure out where,
Okay.
at least scout it. Not maybe go in, but scout and see what we see.
Okay.
Before we make any decisions whether we go in now or later.
So
this is a forge of theirs, correct?
Right.
Perhaps we are just seeking to purchase goods. A sole individual or two approaches in the open. The rest, those more well suited to stealth within the brush and trees.
Well, we want to intercept this package, right?
It's coming underground, right? Do we need to go in there and down and?
I think we need to find an
it.
entrance that they would be coming through.
Correct. So my thought is if perhaps, say, Diana and myself, who are not exactly the sneak and hide experts of our group,
right,
come down the street seeking to purchase goods from them.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you move out of sight, out of mind. They are distracted by the bright and shining one and her small dark companion.
Do you really think that they're negotiable?
We have money, why would you not be?
They can squish us and take our money.
They could certainly try.
Rald kind of looks at you guys and says, "The fire giants are not easy to communicate with."
If you can speak their language, they'll listen.
And they are very much so warmongers.
That makes me nervous.
If that happens, I'll just loose Diana on them.
I wonder how we get into the Underdark from here.
I just look at my dad.
He's like,
enter and then down.
There could be nearby cave systems, but
Oh, then maybe we avoid the giants.
but there could be. They could have a system where the Underdark just leads up into the mines below
That's
the forge.
my concern.
If that's
Yeah.
the case, then we'll have to go inside.
And there's also the chance that the caves that are outside just lead to, a bear. Oh, Lord knows what else lives in caves.
I can deal with a bear.
But that is
She is a bear.
I can talk to a bear.
Really?
And I can talk to a giant. Both of them would rather eat your face than listen to you.
I'd rather take my chances with a bear.
Cool. So what's your plan? What do you guys want to do?
Just fight Wolfen.
First one to fall. Gives up on the plan.
Stupid. So stupid. Alright.
Yeah, we didn't think this through, did we?
Raul just kind of looks at you and he's like, "Why don't we just scope out the place first, and then make a decision?"
That's
from
my
there?"
thinking. Is we see if we can see a cave system, see if how many we're dealing with on the visual spectrum at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do that. Non-sneaky ones can stay here, and we go ahead and look. Or do you all want to come with me? I still have Pass Without a Trace. It's at will.
Well, I would rather not leave you to go it alone any more than you would more comfortable leaving me to.
There.
If we're going to do this, we do it as a family.
Close to nods and
All right,
Brings out her
everybody
staff.
make stealth checks for me.
Plus 10. Plus 10! Hey! Lucky God.
That is a 40 freaking 1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Almost.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
I
Diana.
was never here.
Wow.
You're not here anymore. You appear on Thursday nights in Delvin Dash.
All right, so we got Diana's coming in at 18.
18,
Ryle
okay.
to 26. 41. 27.
I'm staying far from Molfen.
You guys are doing pretty well. I mean, you guys do hear the sounds of other animals, and some other animals like skitter away from your location as you're making your way through the forest. Not the sneakiest you've ever been, but you seem to be doing a pretty decent job. As you approach, you see the edge of the forest ahead of you, and Ryle kind of stops in his tracks, and he's moving some of the branches of the shrubbery away. And that's when you guys first catch your first glimpse of what Iron Slag looks like from the outside. Basically, you see a massive cliff face that stands about 500 feet into the air, reaching up. You can see that there's a waterfall cascading near the top, a natural waterfall that kind of comes out through kind of like this natural cavern that's kind of dug into the side of the cliff face. There are some massive adamantine metal doors at the bottom level where this road leads up to these massive doors that go right into the cliff. There's no windows, just one massive door that's shut. There's some open space that spans about 300 feet or so that lead up to it. Everybody can go ahead and make a perception check for me as well. Wow.
Wow.
Hey!
There's all the nat 20s.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Diana and Molfen are the first to notice this, but Callista notices it as well. When you guys look more so to the right, you can see there is some type of staircase, some stairs that are carved into the side of the cliffside. And they kind of go up and then back and then up and kind of zigzag all the way to the top. And at the top, Diana and Molfen definitely notice this. It looks like there's some smoke. Looks like from fires. And you can see a wooden palisade wall that was similar to the one that you saw at Nightstone whenever you guys first arrived. Seems to be some type of village, perhaps on the top of this cliff. And you can see it looks like the waterfall that's falling starts up there by the village, and then it cascades down and turns into a kind of like a small stream that leads off to the right of you guys, eventually making its way into another river.
It appears the door is the way we wish to go, as if they're coming from underground, I see no point in climbing to the top.
I wonder if we can find a cave system that goes underneath up.
Or like a
Why not just
chimney.
open the door?
What's on the other side of the door?
Why don't we find out?
And as Molfen says that, that's going to be the perfect place to end our episode for tonight.
Oh.
Why don't we find out? That's always a great place. So, next time. Actually, I wanted to mention next week is the week that we will not be running Storm King's Thunder next Friday. I will be staying late for work, so I will not be able to run next week. We were gonna start later, but then it's just gonna be too chaotic. Get everybody I think there were a couple people that said that they would be late or wouldn't be able to be here or something like that. So it's gonna be too much trouble. So for me to rush home and get everything set up. So we're gonna take a week off of Storm King's Thunder, and we'll be back that first weekend in May to see what Molfin and the rest of the group find out as they're approaching Iron Slag here. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. Thank you for all the new followers that we got tonight and for hanging out with us during this episode. Thank you, Chris Hansen, for hanging out with us again. Being so active in chat. I don't get a chance to respond as much because my computer's off to the side here and I can't reach it quite as much to jump into chat and respond to him. How about a nat 20 for this evening? Anybody have any ideas on?
I'm torn between giving it back to Sarah because she gave it to me and Lachlan.
True.
Callista for not killing Kella. That took a lot of restraint.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
It did. That's character growth. She didn't kill him on sight.
I had a feeling Christy was going to be mad at me because the whole time I'm like, yeah, Kella's going to be back there repairing the ship for her, and then she's going to get back wanting to have
so mad!
blood.
It makes me so... Just give me a reason to kill her, Michael! Give me a reason! Just one! That's all I need. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and give it back to Ashlyn since she didn't get a chance to use it.
Yeah, she didn't get a chance to use it.
Not that nobody deserved it tonight, but we're gonna give it back to Ashlyn so that way she can take it and she can use it. And if you guys remember anything that you guys wanted to have conversations with Ashlyn about, we can always retcon the next time.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And catch it.
I just know Lachlan getting on one knee was the best.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I did not see that coming. Nobody else in that bar did either.
Cool, so you're letting her go up on the ship so that it's easier to get rid of her body? I'm like, yes!
Yeah, Lachlan was on fire tonight.
So good.
Anything else anybody wants to throw out there before we head off for the evening?
Mystic Hour next week for more Dungeons and Drama episode. Yeah.
Nice. Love it. Anybody, Molfin, Matthew, you got, is
we still got
Tomb on Monday?
We still got Tomb going. Yeah, we're still back with Tomb on Monday. Hopefully everyone will be back as they're down there deep. They don't know how deep they're down there, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also, inside check, we're not 100% sure if we're running tomorrow. I'm still waiting for Jamie to send me the overlay, possibly, because he's going camping for Easter weekend. So we're not sure if we're running or not. So it's up in the air. Keep a check out on our Twitter, the Inside Check Twitter, Proficiency Bonus Twitter. We'll let you know. Possibly I will be producing tomorrow night. There's a possibility.
Okay, cool. So yeah, make sure you tune in to Insight Check on Saturday nights here at Proficiency Bonus, and make sure you check out our updated schedule that we got posted to catch all your favorite D&D streams here on the channel. Other than that, if you ever find yourself face to face with your, I don't know, probably a nemesis that you've had since the beginning of the campaign,
like episode 1,
yeah,
number 1,
like literally,
and you just find out that she's just done something pretty cool for you. You might have to exercise some restraint, and don't forget to add your proficiency bonus.
Roll that wisdom check.
I think Kella's gonna need more than a proficiency bonus. We will find out in the future as this story unfolds. You guys have a great night, and we will see everybody next time. Have a good one, everybody.
Okay, love you, bye!